Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers overcame a 9-point deficit with 3 minutes to go to take the game to overtime and finally win it 117-113. James Harden had 30 points in the win. Cavaliers are now 3-0 in Game 5s in franchise history and taking the game back to Cleveland for Game 6. In the NFL, the schedule release continues to dribble out and finally will be completely released tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear it live right here. Yesterday, we found out the Houston Texans are going across the pond to take on the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium in London on Week 6. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, A.J. Right here to my left. Looking dapper in his red. Yeah, you look like a bullfighter.
Yeah. What's up, Porter Ragnar?
That's Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Robert.
All right. Glad to be here.
Looking spicy.
I go on at 9.
All right.
I was going to say, yeah. Thought it was 10.
You know what? I didn't have this shirt on, but I had another one. It's the same brand as this Roll Brothers. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, we were out. We were eating barbecue down way south. We were down in Brownsville on our barbecue run.
Uh-huh.
And we were on our last stop, and we were in there standing around ordering stuff, and somebody walked in, and we were like, oh, we're sorry. And he goes, no, take your time. You guys probably got to go on it. What time do you guys go on? He thought we were a country band.
Yeah, come on in. Get through here. Let's,
no, you go ahead.
Up on stage,
yeah,
man.
What time do you guys go on? Who, us? No, I got off air about 5 hours ago.
He thought you were Kenny Loggins.
He was like, no, you go ahead.
It's Kenny Rogers. Look.
Oh,
you need an autograph or anything? I've got a signed picture you can hang on the wall.
There you go.
If you look at Kenny Loggins back in the day and then you just give him some gray hair.
Yeah, that's him.
That's Rob.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, you've
Kenny Loggins. He ate here.
They just say,
Isn't he dead? No, he was here last week. He's put on weight.
Is he? He's not dead, is he?
No, I don't know.
No. It would have been funny if he would have said, yeah, we're in the danger zone of missing showtime.
You want an autograph? How about some free rib tips for Kenny Loggins?
Oh, now, if I were looking for a barbecue plate, this is it.
I'm just saying, point.
This is it.
I'd call it the Loggins plate. The Loggins and Jam plate. Right here.
That's right.
That's what I do. I travel the country naming barbecue plates and doing songs.
And then I also have a song called I'm Free. It'd be great if this was free. You know what I'm saying? On the Hounds. Oh, yeah, I'll sign a photo
Notice
for
you
you.
haven't heard from me in a minute.
I'll sign a photo
But
for you.
I got my tape in for Dancing with the Stars. Keep your fingers crossed.
That's right. That's right. I'm here for the first time. Hey.
So anyway, and that goes on top of the guy at Valero's thinks I'm on a
like on a soap opera.
A soap opera. I finally confronted him. I'm like, dude, what do you think I do? He was like, you're an actor, right? I'm like, no.
Is he like wildly disappointed?
He was kind of visibly let down because the reason I even brought it up to him is the last time I had come in, the chip guy was there delivering chips, and I walked in and he goes, hey, there's the dude I was telling you about. And he turned to me after I bought everything, and I'd bought everything, and I was walking out the door, and he turned to the guy who was stacking the chips and says, that's the dude I was telling you about. And I'm opening the door, leaving the store, and he goes, hey, man, what show are you on? And I turned and went, ha, 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 and just kept walking, and then it dawned on me, what did he just ask me?
So he really thought you were
He legit thought I was on something.
Well, I mean, you're on this show.
Well, I don't think that's what he meant. Then the next time I saw him, I was like, dude, what do you think I do?
Vic, when someone asks you what show you're on, you just say the Morning Huddle,
well,
right?
That's what I kind of thought.
Yeah, but we like try to promote our show, and then you're over here like,
no, because we had the conversation before. No, see, we had the conversation before where I told him what I did, that I was on the radio, because I told him, hey, dude, can you adjust the station in here? He goes, yeah, man. was like, hey, I'm going on air in about 45 minutes or an hour. Really? And I'd had the whole conversation, but he had forgotten what it was, probably pretty high when I talked to him.
And he thought that you had said adjust the station like the TV station?
Well, he just said, hey, what show are you on? And I was like, and I was just walking. I wasn't trying to ignore
You hit him with a celebrity move.
No, well, kind of, because I was walking out the door, and I was like just trying to go, and I just went, hey, yeah, and just kept going. And then it dawned on me, I don't think he thinks I'm on the radio, the way, like, who would point? So then when I came back in, and I was like, no, dude, I'm not an actor. I don't know why you think that. I do the radio show.
You're very handsome.
Oh, that's not it at all. Well, it's like Steve Buscemi. That's a handsome man. So I've found over the years looks have absolutely nothing to do with it.
No, not necessarily.
Not necessarily
They
at all.
need guys that look like Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
They need guys that look like young Mickey Rourke and old Mickey Rourke.
I'm headed toward the old Mickey Rourke, the one that looks like a lump of clay that you're just throwing crap on it. It looks mounds of flesh and.
That it looks like he doesn't need a stuntman because he actually was in a motorcycle accident yesterday, and he could.
He looks like what's the Groot?
Yeah. I am Groot.
He's turned into Groot.
I am Groot.
You are a handsome dude. What happened?
I am Groot.
Oh, a motorcycle accident. I am Groot.
I am Groot. All right. Lot to get into today. I tell you what, Rob, I was tired last night.
It wasn't just you, man.
I'm pretty drained these days, and I'm a hustler, baby. I'm going and going. I'm blowing and going.
Grinding.
And I was watching the basketball game because I felt like, I got to keep up with what's going on in the world. And I'm sitting there in front of the TV staring at this game, and I realize it's the third quarter, and I've got no idea what's happening in this game. I'm like zoned out.
Happening. When you have a song that you haven't heard in a long time, then it comes on, and your memory of the song is maybe a beat or two faster than the way they're playing it. You just remember it being a little bit faster paced song. And then you hear it and you go, yeah, this song, I remember, still love the song, but in my mind, it was faster.
Yeah.
Watching that game's kind of like, that's a pretty good game. I just feel like it should be faster. Both those teams are playing either extraordinary defense or terrible offense. I can't quite figure out what's going on. And it's not about who's going to win the game. It's about who's going to lose it. Yeah. And Detroit Cleveland, give them some credit for coming back the way they did. But Detroit, come on now. Come on.
Yeah, and there's the when I ended up going to bed like before the game ended, and I saw on my recap this morning the play where Asar Thompson and Jared Allen are both going for the ball at the end of overtime.
He flat out tripped him, man. There's no doubt about it. He even turned and walked away with his head down like, I hope nobody saw that.
Yeah, you just and there was 3 seconds left?
Yeah, there was plenty of, not that Detroit could have done anything.
No, they would have had 2 free throws.
Well, we'll see. You're right. It's possible.
I mean, at a tie game.
At the very least, Detroit would have had the ball. I'd have gone incidental contact or done whatever I could to get the ball back to Detroit. And that might have had to involve a foul. But not like Detroit was going to get anything done unless maybe a free throw could have fallen. They were that bad, that challenged offensively. If it wasn't Cade, it was nothing. I mean, I know he scored 39. How many points did he account for off of rebounds after that? Kicks outside, the hockey assist back to him. I mean, he was the only Piston there.
Well, that Jenkins kid from St. John's, Dennis Jenkins, is suddenly like a. I think that's what they're having to do. They're having to go to that guy because there's nobody else who can score.
Rotating, finding somebody. There's that, and then there's James Harden. He didn't go all James Harden, but how many bad turnovers is he responsible for? Cleveland, stop the turnovers. My God, I've never seen a team that has so many good ball handlers be that bad with the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's against a defensive juggernaut we thought was Detroit, and Detroit couldn't make heads or tails out of the turnovers that they had handed to them.
And Donovan Mitchell, who was so brilliant in Game 4, looked like a shell of himself.
I was talking to my guy who is a friend of mine who supplies me things.
Yeah.
Last night he was so mad at Mitchell. Like,
is he a Cavs fan or what?
Just had money on the Mitchell train continuing to roll. He was so mad at it. I think a lot of people had a lot of money on Mitchell's over and more thans last night because I get the sense that he was bearing too much pressure. I don't know what was going on. He didn't try for a quarter and a half. He wasn't even a part of the game.
I think if you told those people that, oh yeah, Mitchell's going to have 18 shots and he'll shoot, half a dozen free throws, he probably gets over. But yeah, the problem was he only made 7 shots.
Yeah, he's not a part of the game. He's just a shot taker.
One of 8 from 3. That'll kill you. Although Max Strus, I said Max Strus's name like a joke the other day,
Dude.
Max Strus, he hit some threes.
He had some threes. He was dropping dimes.
I don't know that Max Strus has made a 3 in these whole playoffs until last night.
I think the secret is don't ever cut your hair, bro. Just let that stuff grow. Let it flow, bro, because you got a flow game working. He was the best player on the court last night.
And one day,
other than Cade,
a guy at the Valero is going to confuse Max Strus for Kenny Loggins. Are you Kenny Loggins Jr.?
Can I have your autograph? I'm all right.
Oh, we got like I said, we got a lot to get into today. We got hoop. We got some football. There's no game tonight. It's a weird day. No basketball game tonight. So Rob, I implore you to watch the hockey game.
I will do my damn.
No,
best.
you won't. It's on too late, and I won't blame you. It's the schedule. The beauty of what's going on in the NBA right now, where teams are getting knocked out, is everybody's games are getting moved up. We're still one team short getting knocked out.
So you still have the late slot open.
So there's still an 8:30 start out there on the West Coast.
The good news with hockey is it is a predictable finish.
No.
Well, apart from overtime.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, and that does happen a percentage of the time, but for the most part, you can measure out the game.
It's like college basketball.
Yeah, you're like this is going to be over in 2.5 hours no matter what I do. The NBA, man, you're stuck like last night. You think you're just about out of it, they pull you back in.
Yep. No, it's a different beast. All right. Victor Brown, good morning.
Oh, we left him on. Vic's got a caffeine addiction.
Yeah, what's going on today, buddy?
Yeah, man, I've been coming in with headaches and stuff, and then once I have coffee, I feel fine. But yeah, I'm addicted, man. I need to wean myself off of caffeine slowly. So,
any Brigade Bar types have to kick caffeine?
You know what I want to try? They have those pouches, not the ones with nicotine, but they've got they're called Ultra. I see them on my Instagram, and they're like
you just put them in there like you're dipping.
It's kind of like that, except it's caffeine. It's
not like a
it's not like Zen. No, there's no nicotine in it. Zen has nicotine.
Oh, okay.
So this has no. It's like
just a caffeine.
I think it's basically like Adderall, because it's like increase focus, increase energy, and I'm like, I want that. So I'm thinking about testing it out, but I don't know. What if I'm addicted to caffeine now?
I can assure you, it's not a wise move.
Okay.
It might be a good move, but it ain't a wise move.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better just to eliminate it altogether.
I would eliminate any opportunity to induce more chemicals into my body.
But
especially at the age I have now reached.
What if they could get you more focus and more?
I don't want any more focus.
Okay.
I like a little.
I do need more focus.
I like a little. I
need more.
Little faded on the edges life. Just a little bit on the outskirts. Just to.
Rob's like, I use other stuff to.
To
break my
I don't
focus.
need that. I'm not trying to focus more.
I'm looking to bust that focus up.
I spent 50 years focusing in. I'm done with that.
Rob's like, I say, I was staring at the TV. I had no idea what was going on. He's like, yeah, you were high. Yeah. All the time. I always stare at the TV. Yeah. Sometimes it's off.
That's why I have to play. Yeah, it's like
the game's over.
I didn't even know my TV was broken for 2 days.
I know, right? You had to call.
No, dude, I found out. I'm getting a new TV. They're shipping me one, and they're letting me keep the one I have.
Yeah.
What?
So if anybody wants a 100-inch TV with, that won't come on,
that doesn't turn on,
dude, this is such a nonsensical company you're working with.
I'm telling you, like here, and they, I go through this roar, and then finally I get an email. Yeah, we're shipping you another one, and that one you got,
I remember.
We'll tell you when the parts are available.
Are they going to deliver it by helicopter because it's so big?
Bring it in by crane.
I asked him yesterday. He was like, I think they're going to deliver my new TV. I was like, well, what are they going to do with the old one? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, dude, the idea that they're not.
Just keep it.
If they're like, oh, just don't worry about that.
It's a high-quality item, but you can have it.
Yeah. Dude, never buy something from this company
They were
again.
like, yeah, we acknowledge we've had a problem with this like converter piece in the TV. The parts are not available. We can't get them.
Oh, wow.
So we'll give you a new TV, and you can keep the one you've got. And when the parts become available, we're going to send you an email, and you can buy it.
Do not buy televisions from a brand that you don't recognize.
I'm not going to defame them because they've done right by me. I just should have done more research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but hey, now you'll have.
I've got. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I don't know, like put somebody. If you had little kids, you could put like your little kid's artwork on it, and then it'll be like, hey, it's like a picture frame, a giant picture frame,
gigantic. Even if they were like, and here's the part for the other one, you're like, what am I going to do with it? I mean, seriously, it's not like you could. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, honestly.
You don't have room for 2 100-inch TVs in your living room?
No, unless we had like one on each end.
You can
sit in the middle on a swivel chair.
Re-gift it to your dad.
He'll
show up from work one day and be like, "Oh, a new TV in my house."
My father doesn't need a television.
Well,
honestly, it doesn't come on unless it's a Spurs game, and then he can't find it.
You know what you could do with it? You could put it up outside.
I thought about that
because now it's like a free roll.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
The thing is, it didn't work very well inside.
No, I know it ain't gonna last long.
I don't think it would last like a night.
But it could last if it can last
like for one big game.
If it can last the summer out at the pool.
That's what I'm saying. If I can make it hold on for like one big game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be.
You just sit in the pool watching NBA like Finals game,
like on at a drive-in.
Yeah,
in the pool.
That'd be nice. All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident reported involving an 18-wheeler, I-10 upper level, westbound Fredericksburg Road. We've got 2 left lanes blocked. It's causing stop-and-go conditions from Calabria. 35 southbound O'Connor on down to Weidner. That's some ongoing road work. It's got you stop and go. And on 1604 eastbound Nacogdoches over to Lookout, this road work has the roadway reduced to 1 lane. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this early morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line. We'll go and check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
The future won't wait, neither should you. That's why American Public University offers affordable, flexible master's programs to keep you moving forward. American Public University, made for what's next. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down.
With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
I just wanted a little entertainment. I wasn't mad at it. And everybody made a big deal out of it. It's like, okay, give the guy a break. Anyway, what is Kraft? Is he as old as Jerry? See, the difference, and I don't know if Robert Kraft's what his wife is like, or
well, she passed.
Well, there you go.
And
she's no threat.
Yeah, but I think
Jerry'd get his ass kicked by his wife.
But I think he's got a new lady in his life.
Kraft's doing way better. His girlfriend's 52.
52, and
52.
He's 84.
Is she Asian? I'm just asking.
He's blonde.
Okay. Maybe he married the woman at the massage parlor.
No, that's the hired help.
Ride home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Victor is the puppet master. And cue.
From mountain tops, where I'm on top, lemon yellow sun, arms raising a V.
I knew it. I knew it the moment I heard
clang, the very first note. I can name that tune and what's going to happen in one note.
Mommy didn't care. King Jeremy, you're wicked.
I have an instrumental of this.
You did it intentionally. It's like aggravated assault, not just assault. It was aggravated.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
I knew it when I clicked on it. I'm like, do I play this one?
When it's a clung. Uh-oh.
Feeling how I remember again on the boy.
Soon to follow will be a random bunch of noises.
Little Who we unleashed a lion,
but
gnashed his teeth and bit the recess, lit his breast. How could I forget?
See, to go one level deeper, you're the only person other than Vetter that knows the lyrics.
I know.
He doesn't even know the lyrics.
Oh, drop it open.
It's just a bunch of grunts and
Vetter
yells.
forgot.
Is that what I wrote something about breasts? I don't remember that.
Oh, Rob had a great story during the break, Vic. You know how I call Rob Larry David?
Yeah. Okay.
He just nailed it in even further for me.
Oh, I knew it. What did he do?
Rob,
yesterday I got, you know how you go on Facebook and you got hey, this list of birthdays today.
Okay.
And I was going through the list of birthdays and I saw a guy that I had graduated from high school with that I hadn't seen or talked to, I think, since maybe the night we crossed the stage. But I was like, hey, but we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, man, how you doing, buddy? Hey, happy birthday.
I was gonna wish him happy birthday. I go to his page. He'd been dead for 2 years. Now, I was like, oh, bummer. Man, I was going to do a solid for you, brother. How you been?
So you didn't put a happy birthday,
did you? I didn't
do
anything. I just kind of sat there and genuflected like, man, I was about to do a good thing. I got kicked in the nuts. I'm so sorry to hear that, brother.
What would you have done had you typed, happy birthday?
Hope to see you soon.
Happy birthday,
Call
Charlie.
me later.
Yeah, let's catch up soon. Would you have taken it down or leave it up? Like, what do you do?
Can you take it down?
I mean, you can delete a thing that you
Can I
posted.
delete a post?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is there an emoji of inserting your foot in your mouth? Oops.
Well,
Sorry.
I go to the page and I'm
Is
like,
he married?
I don't, dude. I hadn't thought of him in 30 years, but I didn't really go much further than when I go to his page to just to kind of check out. The very first thing I see is his son posting his eulogy.
No.
Bummer.
Yeah, I need someone when I die to delete all my social media.
I don't know if I want to live. I think I want to live on. I just think I want to be like him.
I listened to a murder podcast, and
what?
Yeah,
oh gosh, in my house they're running.
Yeah, I listen to a podcast about murder.
My wife calls it planning. I don't know.
Yeah, but one of the things that fascinates me is like they'll be like, oh, either the victim or the killer had made posts on Instagram, and like it's either a dead person or someone who's in prison. And I'll be like, oh, I gotta see what this guy looks like. Yeah. Oh, I'll like pull up their Instagram. Oh man, she's hot. I can't believe he killed her.
Why would you kill that?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me that I think I need to like see what dead people like, what they looked like before they were dead. People I don't know at all, but like to make the story better in my head, that's what I need. But then I'm like, if I were related to either the killer or the dead person, I would get rid of their social media.
Can you like call the Facebook front desk and go, hey, that guy's dead?
You got to find a way. Like that's what I would need. So one of you guys, I need you to make sure it happens if I'm ever dead.
It certainly was depressing when you're trying to do a good deed and like catch up on an old friend.
Well, a very old friend apparently.
Yeah,
older than you thought.
Long time.
A little dusty.
Well, just try to catch up. And
well, you better
in the nuts.
You better stop trying to catch up.
Hey, bro. Hope everything's going well. Every day above ground's a good one. You know what I mean? Hey, let's catch up. See you soon.
Let's have a beer.
Let's have a beer, bro. You still crazy?
Oh, remember that time?
Oh,
womp womp. I know.
So let me live on.
And actually, Vic, he was a kidney match for you.
Really?
Yeah, he went into the ground with both of them.
I don't think he wanted his kidney.
Oh, okay. It was.
I think he'd used his to its full extent.
That makes sense. All right. No game today, so we'll see what's going on elsewhere in the world of sport. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident reported involving an 18-wheeler, I-10 upper level, westbound Fredericksburg Road. We've got 2 left lanes blocked. It's causing stop-and-go conditions from Calabria. 35 southbound O'Connor on down to Weidner. That's some ongoing road work. It's got you stop and go. And on 1604 eastbound Nacogdoches over to Lookout, this road work has the roadway reduced to 1 lane. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this early morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line. We'll go and check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Diamond Tea.
Go ahead. Sip into summer with Red Diamond. Fresh brewed with just 3 simple ingredients. Tea, water, and sugar. Always cold and ready in the refrigerated section. Red Diamond Fresh Brewed Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
The San Antonio Gunslingers are bringing the fight back to Freeman Coliseum for an out-of-this-world Star Wars game. Saturday, May 16th, 4 p.m., the Indoor Football League action explodes as your Gunslingers take on San Diego in a lightsaber-filled showdown. Expect high-flying touchdowns, bone-crushing hits, and epic Star Wars vibes all afternoon. First fans through the door get their very own lightsaber. Get your tickets now at sagunslingers.com or the Freeman Coliseum box office. Guns up, San Antonio.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit novobrew.com. Novo Brewery, come hungry, stay for the game.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a travel day for your San Antonio Spurs as they head to Minnesota for Game 6. We'll hear from some of those Spurs players before they get on the plane, and we'll talk some football with the General, John McClain. He'll join us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So, we talk a lot about the NBA and playoff basketball being a little bit different than the regular season. Usually the games are officiated a little differently, a little more it's a little more rough and tumble form of basketball, which is why I love the NBA playoffs. Unfortunately, this year's a little different. Okay. NBA referees are calling 11% more fouls per game in these playoffs than they did in the regular season.
Okay. Yeah, I saw this yesterday.
We're softening it up.
No. I don't. I think this is one of those stats that when you see a team that, let's say, ran for 125, 150, maybe 200 yards in a game. Oh, no, let's go the other way around. Threw the ball for 300 yards in a game and lost. And there's those hidden pass yards in the fourth quarter that were against a prevent defense that they were just giving you. Yeah. So I think when you see that there's more whistles, what happens is players adjust to the way the games are called, and they go just as far as you were going to allow them to go. So I get the sense they're calling more whistles because there's more fouls, not because it's a rough and tumble game. The players understand what the playoffs are. The referees are letting them play to an extent, and then they're blowing the whistle. And then we only have it half the time because we've got, like you described, we got 2 series that are rough and tumble, and we got 2 series that are, finesse, put a hand on me, quick whistle. And when you get that, you get more foul calls. But I don't think there's any more than normal, or it doesn't feel like it's a softer game. In fact, I think it's rough and tumble because they're playing to the whistle. Their job is to play to that foul. How far are you going to let me go until you call that whistle? And then that whistle pops. Okay, now I know where it is, but everybody's got to find their limit. So suddenly it feels like there's more fouls and it's gotten soft. No, it's just gotten rough. I'm playing to the foul, not playing to the defense.
Well, this would be one of the largest differentials in foul calls from regular season to postseason ever. And the league, Monty McCutcheon, who's the senior VP of referee development, says that's to be expected. He said it would be very difficult on our players, on our coaches, most certainly on our referees, if the intensity of a 7-game series that we've seen in the playoffs exhibited itself over 82 games.
That's very true.
NBA playoff basketball is one of the great spectacles of all sport. You get the combination of passion and strength of our players and coaching staffs in tight spaces over 7-game stretch, and I think that absolutely makes for a different game. But that is now. He says, we're not putting our whistles in our pockets. That's being said, I think it's fair to talk about passionately, like many of our fans and people in the media do, about whether that's the appropriate enough amount of whistles to blow. But we're trying to meet the moments of passion of the playoffs in a way that upholds our standards.
Their job is to just get out of the way. Don't leave. Just stay out of the way and let the players determine the level of physicality to the extent. No, don't ever let them play mean let them foul. I hate that. I hate that. Let them play does not mean let them foul. Fouls are a necessary and important part of the game, both for strategy-wise, sins of commission, I'm going to foul you, and then sins of omission, you didn't play defense, so you fouled me. That's a necessary part of the game, and it can be used strategically and shouldn't be affected. The secret is, like he was saying, we can't call every game like this because we beat each other up to the point nobody's available in the playoffs. So we allow everybody to play the game as it should be played for this brief amount of time amongst the very best players. But the players are going to go to the extent that you blow the whistle. If it's a quick whistle, fine, but I'm still going to get it, and I'm going to go all the way up to it and then get it. And then if it's a slow whistle, I'm going to go all the way to that. So it makes it a more rough and tumble game, even though the same amount of whistles are blown.
So he said, aggression is good, rough is not. Our goal would be to get through all these games where we meet this right up to the edge of rough, and you have this really aggressive, passionate game that is adjudicated, and an environment is created in which that environment of aggressiveness is rewarded, but that it doesn't creep over to rough.
I had a coach, fortune favors the bold, man. Be the first to do it. In any of it. Be the first. Be the aggressor. Be the first. You will always be rewarded by a basketball ref.
Well, Wemby was the first to throw an elbow to the throat, and
you know
got
what?
ejected.
He only got ejected and didn't get a fine or another game. He was rewarded.
I don't know. I always like the idea of the playoffs is like where you separate the men from the boys. Like if you skated through and you thought you were like suddenly you're going to run into somebody who is going to punk you out in the play. I like that. What? And now it's like, I don't know. I'm a believer. It's almost like you played real basketball, so you didn't probably play a lot of pickup.
I played my share, bro.
Like there was a rule, if you play on asphalt, it's no blood, no foul.
No blood, no foul.
Like, I kind of feel like that's how the playoffs should be.
Well, that's how basketball is meant to be played. And that's why Americans are always going to be better at it than Euros, because the rules are basically built around the way we play the game. And that's why the playoffs are the purest form of basketball. It's the referees getting out of the way. And aggression is fine. Anger ain't, whatever that line that he just defined it as. That's what we see. But we also know that professionals will go to where you let them go. If you say, this is the line, I'm going to go to that line and see if I can take a step across it to push it even further. Whistle. And everybody accepts that that's part of the game. Now, it's the same thing like when the season begins and they come out, refs this year are really paying attention to travel. Are you lifting that foot before the ball hits the ground? And for the first 3 games, whistles are going everywhere. Just to kind of tell you, all right. Now, and then a couple of weeks later, they're not paying attention to it, but they set notice. Like, if you do this, we're paying attention. Even though they're really not, but it focuses in on something. All that goes away during the game, during the playoffs. You go play the game as it should be. As a ref, I'm going to stay out of the way until I have to step in.
Do you think that this playoffs is somehow been more rough than
I think ours
playoffs?
Have been. That's what I'm saying. We've had different we saw what's his name? Carruthers, the dude that got into it with Finch the other night.
Yeah.
You notice he did the Cleveland game last night. Those guys are bouncing from series to series, and I think that's by design. There are styles that these refs allow, and if I was Detroit and I walked in and I saw Carruthers playing, I'm like, I get to foul the hell out of these dudes tonight. I'm going to get to be a hyper-aggressive, and he kind of let it go that route. So I do think that there's some manipulation. Refs call games differently, just like umpires call balls and strikes a little bit differently. And you can kind of manufacture a good game by sending a ref that's I remember Steve Javie back in the day was a road ref. You wanted him on the road. He was going to protect you against the home court advantage. And there's refs like that now, and the officials, the president of the officials, the assigning guy, he knows that. So I do think every series is different. I think that if the Spurs Minnesota, the way that it was called, I can't imagine what the Laker Oklahoma City thing would have looked like.
Right.
Because you couldn't put a hand on guys in that series. I don't know how things would have gone. I know that the Minnesota came in with a plan, and they knew exactly what it was. They can't foul everything, and we're going to go to the line every single time. Some teams don't want to do that because they don't want the repercussions of that. I know that Oklahoma City doesn't want to do that, even though they can. They don't want to. They'd much rather be free and easy, much like the Spurs. The Spurs brought enough aggression, and they matched the Minnesota one. Sometimes I felt like they went too far, like we saw with Wemby. I don't think this is any different than any other year. I just think when I saw that stat and I go, there's some hidden numbers in that.
I guess I also like the reason, and I'm pushing for more, let them play.
Play the game as it's supposed to be played.
But there's only one of the 4 series, all these conference semifinals. There's been one entertaining series. Well, and it happens to be the one where there's been damn near brawls break out.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and part of it is we don't have an electric offensive team really in the playoffs. We don't have one of those teams that's got 5 Golden
the Knicks
State
are that right now.
Yeah, but I mean like Golden State was. They were in the game to go get 130. That was the plan. The offense was structured that way. The defense was structured that way. We got a bunch of teams that are shooting for 120. That are shooting for enough defensive stops and 20-second possessions, all that. All these teams want long, slow possessions. There's not a bunch of fast breaking going on, except for the Spurs want to get out and run. They're more efficient when they're running. They got the guys to go run. They don't have the beef to slow things down. But when the Minnesota knows that, so they stepped in and go, all right, we're going to play the game that is supposed to be played. We're not going to let you do that. And if you do it, you're going to beat us. And when the Spurs have run it up on them, they've whooped them because they were allowed to run. That's part of the playoffs, man, and the refs could have easily taken that away from the Spurs if they had chosen to. And they did for 2 games. They didn't allow the Spurs to go do that by the physicality that was provided by the T-Wolves. It is a referee's game as much as it's ever been. I just don't think they've I don't think they're over-officiating anything. I really don't.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about how you can get your meth teeth fixed. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the Morning Huddle's Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits 2, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
Pool days call for cookouts and lots of laundry. This Memorial Day at Lowe's, save $80 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill, now just $199. Plus, get up to 45% off select major appliances to keep dishes, clothes, and food fresh. Having fun in the sun is easy with us in your corner. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See associate or Lowe's.com for details.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a Canine Companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I always say this is the Happy Meth Head song.
Yeah.
And now meth heads have a real reason to be happy.
So all I got to do to get some free teeth is to dive into meth addiction.
That's all it takes. Vic, can you
yeah.
Can you play that little clip?
Hold on, let me pull it up here. Let me see here.
Yeah, it's this is the mayor of Los Angeles. Her name's Karen Bass.
All right, let's see here.
And she has a plan to solve the problems going on here.
Here it is.
People who are unhoused that you meet have no teeth at all. They don't have teeth. Why? Because meth rots your teeth. You can't succeed without teeth. So there needs to be comprehensive health care provided to people.
She's got a point.
She does have a point.
I mean, how many people do you know?
Of all the homeless people I meet, I'd say a third have no teeth.
Or at least like missing major missing teeth.
Well, I've met one homeless person. And of the many that I've met, that one dude, he didn't have any teeth.
George Washington didn't have teeth.
And this was funny. I think he told me he was George Washington. It was him.
That's the one you know.
Yeah, he said he told me he was the first president.
Oh,
dude,
I don't know, man.
I don't think my political stance is any secret.
Uh-huh.
But it's things like that where you go, will you just shut up?
Yeah, how do we do this thing?
Will you just shut up? Free teeth for meth heads?
Like, I know Post Malone doesn't have teeth. Like, he's got dentures.
Did he have them pulled and just put in?
Got Johnny Dangrills.
Did they rot out due to drug abuse?
I think so.
Or just
I don't know. I mean, he's not old enough for them to be inattention, I don't think.
I don't know.
Right.
But
I've known some muck mouths in my day.
I know it's I get it. It's difficult, but that'd be like, man, I got a toothache. I don't have dental insurance though. I know. I'll just go downtown and say, hey, I've been hooked on meth. I need some real dental care here.
Because I can't get a job.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to buy a hamburger from a toothless dude.
Dude. Post Malone spent $1.6 million having 18 porcelain veneers with 2-carat diamonds made inside. So
that's not a grill. That's permanent.
they're forever.
So he doesn't brush his teeth. He uses like silver polish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just has to rinse his mouth
cloth
with Brasso.
Yeah, with Brasso.
Yeah, Brasso. Yeah. But
that's a bold move. You get to keep those forever.
1.6 million.
90-year-old dude all wore out with gold teeth.
I remember, Mrs. Brady. What's the actress's name?
Florence Henderson.
Yeah, she was she's the spokesperson for Polydent forever.
Yeah,
She had dentures. But Mrs. Brady also didn't have a job.
No, she had a job.
It was
taking care of Mike.
Servicing Mr. Brady.
Mr. Brady.
When Mr. Brady wasn't away on business with his partner. Carl.
Mark. Yeah. Mr. Brady was in the closet. Florence was a beard.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the free dentures for meth heads. I don't know that that's really
no, they're just going to take them out and sell it for meth.
Yes, of course. Hey, man, I got 6 new teeth. I'll trade you.
The smile on that dude holding the "We'll take anything" sign.
Yeah.
That guy was magnetic.
I got 6 new teeth.
Did you see the grin on that homeless crazy man?
I'll be honest.
Wow.
I don't carry cash very often. If I've got some loose $1 bills, I usually do give them to somebody at a street corner.
I'm with you. Yeah, I get you.
Well, you spend yours on Lotto. Don't lie.
No. No.
Do you really give money to people?
Yeah.
I never do.
I do. Look.
I don't.
But here,
I have $2 in here.
Yeah, somebody. I figure if you're gonna stand outside with a sign. You're still. I don't need this $2.
I don't feed strays. I don't. Give money to homeless.
I get it. But if I see you out there and you got shoes nicer than mine, I ain't giving you my $2 if your shoes are nicer than mine.
All right.
I ain't giving you $2 if you got perfectly white, pearly white teeth that are look like.
Yeah, that would be a detriment to your money making.
Yeah, you're shaking a coffee can at me. You give me that smile and you.
You smile and ask for money for toothpaste.
Yeah, you look like freaking Ben Affleck over there. I ain't giving you money.
I need money for Colgate. Have you noticed that on our way home? Have you counted the recent homeless encampments?
Oh my gosh,
we got 5.
Yeah,
we got the couple
that lives at Walgreens.
There's the wheelchair at Walgreens, or whatever it was, and then we got the couple with the dogs in the grocery cart.
Yes,
the last couple of days, and then
they got 3 dogs.
Yeah, 3 dogs that look pretty happy actually. If you want to get some money, perform.
Yeah,
have those dogs doing like a 3-man weave.
Teach them a trick.
Yeah, like halftime at a Spurs game. Then you're going to make some money. But we got that, and then we got 2 people that live in the parking lot of the CVS or the Walgreens, and then somebody lives in the tunnel right by Harry Wurzbach and Eisenhower.
Yeah,
they live in the tunnel in there.
Well, that's going to suck when it rains.
Oh, well, you'd think they'd have had more forethought.
I know,
but it's like if you're talking about giving money. I would never get home. I don't have enough.
That's true. Well, you can't feed everybody.
That's why
you can only help one person.
I donate appropriately and go there.
I did buy a homeless guy. I remember walking to Circle K. He was looking at the hot dogs and stuff. And when I was checking out, getting gas, I said, hey, charge me for 2 hot dogs and just give it to that guy right there. Because you could tell he was holding his change, kind of counting it, And I didn't even think about it twice. I just said, I just buy him 2 hot dogs, and then I don't want no praise. Just I'm out of here.
What about if I just gave him an apple?
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, it doesn't matter.
Drive around with a bag of apples?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
All right.
As long as they're not rotten.
I think you're about to get money for a 40 and somebody hands you an apple.
Unless you put razor blades in there.
Yeah, that'd be a good apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good apple. You're a good egg.
But I did tell the guy, tell him not, don't give him a refund. Either give him the hot dogs or nothing.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He's like, let me just get the $4.
No. Here, there's 2 hot dogs. You can and no chips, just whatever.
No refunds on hot dogs.
Yeah.
No refunds on roller items.
Dude, I did find a $2 bill the other day.
When's the last time you ate something off a roller thing at the gas station?
I have an unblemished record. I have never eaten anything off of a roller.
When we went fishing 2 years ago in Port Aransas, I bought a roller hot dog with the chili. And it was.
Did it make you sick?
No. It was so good. It's just, it was one of those, like my sugar went up and I couldn't eat later. But, man, it was so worth it.
Oh,
because
I've got no interest in I walk by that stuff and I go,
no. And then they've got the ones that are like pigs in a blanket.
You don't know. And there's some of them that are like, they look like taquitos, but you've got no idea what's inside of them.
What is and how long? I know.
it's like badger meat.
But I'll tell you what.
You don't know what's in there.
But I have eaten many a Stripes taco and burrito. Stripes serves up some food.
Oh, yeah.
Stripes does it right.
All right. 1 hour down on a small Friday. We got plenty more to get into, including, ladies, your secret is out.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Michelle Smallman here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
If your ride's out of warranty and something big breaks, it could cost you thousands. Ludacris here. Let me put you on to the auto protection I trust, Endurance. With Endurance, you could never have to pay out of pocket for covered car repairs again. I'm talking about the pricey stuff: drivetrain, transmission, electrical, AC, plus lots more. You pick the certified mechanic and Endurance pays them directly. No middlemen, no runaround. If your car is under 20 years old, you're covered with unlimited miles. Plus added benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and towing. And your rate won't go up no matter how many claims you file. Listen, saving money is the same as making money. So who's gonna cover your next breakdown? You or Endurance? Right now, pick the plan that's right for you and get a full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee.
For your fast free quote, call 800-299-9582. 800-299-9582. 800-299-9582.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in Chile. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely starting to fill in and slow down. 90 eastbound 211 to Nogalitos, about a 10-minute ride. Also about 10 minutes, 1604 northbound Culebra up to Houseman. 410 northbound South WWY to 35. That's starting to slow down. Still have this stall at 410 northbound at FM 78 and I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson. Both of those are off to the right shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers overcame a 9-point deficit with 3 minutes to go to take the game to overtime and finally win it, 117-113. James Harden had 30 points in the win. Cavaliers are now 3-0 in Game 5s in franchise history and taking the game back to Cleveland for Game 6. In the NFL, the schedule release continues to dribble out and finally will be completely released tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear it live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, friends. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The secret's out, gals. We know what you guys are up to.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
We know what they're up to. There's a group chat amongst a few ladies who were in the same sorority back in the day.
Okay, what is the day?
I mean, I say back in the, when they were in college. They're now
I'm trying to figure out how old.
These are 20-somethings.
Okay, recent.
Pretty recent. And one of them says, I want a football player, NFL preferably, a tall chocolate one, like you did. I want your life. An old girl says, that's easy, thumbs up, but you have to play your cards right. You can't be an emotional little girl. The other girl says, teach me. And then this wag who...
Women and girlfriend for those in the industry.
Yes. This gal who pulled herself an NFL player.
A wag that has successfully landed her fish.
Yes. Okay. Gives like a full playbook of how to make this happen. Number one, he's the prize. Remember, he can change your life. You can't change his. And you've got to accept that. You've got to accept that, this is, you have to be basically agree
like there's
to
a reaping and sowing lesson in here someplace.
You have to agree to be lesser in the relationship. That's just part of the game. Number two, dealing with cheating. This is a tough thing for some of these gals. Here's the key. Don't look for it. Girls will throw themselves at him.
I've tried this line. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Girls will throw themselves at him, and some will succeed.
Oh, yeah.
If it's just a fling, let it go. But don't let him get emotionally attached to one of them.
How do you not do that?
P.S. He'll always be attracted to black girls. Always is capital. Activate that shenane in her by picking at her and let him see it. He'll ditch her quick. If she's like us, it'll be harder because more than likely she's playing to win him too. Make him choose. Number three, be an asset to him. Fold his clothes, buy and bring him his food, do his homework. Completely integrate yourself in his life where he can't function without you.
I'm liking this more and more.
Well, Rob, this is why you should have been better at basketball than you were.
There's a lot of reasons. Poor genetics aside.
Number 4, don't embarrass him.
That goes without saying.
Don't cheat. Don't text other men. His cute friends and teammates will try you. Ignore it. Just in case the relationship goes south, another athlete will see you as gold. Number 5, go completely wild on him in bed. Use throat spray. Do any and everything. Be spontaneous. Make it go down anytime, anywhere.
I think this is advice that should be given to all newlyweds.
Number 6, his mom. Do not tell his mom any personal information, especially something negative. She will tell his entire family, and he'll blame you. Just smile, wave, and be quiet. Number 7, we talked about this a little yesterday. Always look good and appealing. Hair and face always has to be done.
This is like June Cleaver, 1950s wife. This is like describing what the ideal wife was in 1950.
This is what you got to be to get yourself an NFL
I'm
player,
not anti,
especially a tall chocolate one.
It just sounds like, or Ward Cleaver, who I think of as tall and chocolate.
Push for marriage or at least to have multiple kids, and you got him.
Well, for 18 years anyway.
In 2 years on draft day, you'll be a millionaire, and all your friends will work hard in school to literally never live the life you live. It's so sweet and rewarding, Lexi. I'm in Cancun right now.
Hey, I don't think you're opening the curtain on anything we didn't know was going on.
I knew it.
No, of course we knew it.
I don't know that I did.
What? But, athletes get it, but I've also seen it apply to military officers. I've seen it apply to seniors in college. I mean, there are aspirational women and men whose plan is to find someone successful and jump on and ease the success and go about their business.
I had some girls hit on me because I produce you guys.
Okay. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, at A&M, we called them boot chasers, and then there's the bar chasers and the wings chasers.
Ever-loving
Well, I'm just saying,
boot
you see those guys like that are engineers that are going to go make $80,000 in an oil patch.
Oh, yeah.
Starting out, that's a good get. So, and there's really nothing wrong with it. That's why, some people go to school, they're majoring in MRS.
What was your mindset when you were trying to win your wife?
Well, I knew I was going to be successful. Come on for the ride.
You were trying to sell that to her?
No.
You were going to be successful?
Well, I think I was. That was the reason I was in college. I'd like to assume that was there. You try to put your best foot forward. I certainly wasn't a pro athlete. I didn't have that to offer, but I wasn't. I certainly had prospects.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
My thought process was just delay her finding out all the terrible things about you.
Well, I think that's all of us.
I know, but I never had a playbook like this. There was never
No, I mean, but you have a playbook. Everybody has a playbook, and this is either a pro athlete or anybody. Everybody has a way.
I don't think I've got a playbook.
Well, I think you do. You set up habits. You have a way of wooing. You learn from the women you met before what worked and what didn't, and by the time you got really good at it, that's when you got your wife. You learn to adapt. You learn things, and that's why you find people become the one. They might not have been the one 6 years ago, but they are now because you've become this. So I think that playbook, like I said, that's a playbook that's been in play for a long, long time. Sounds like June Cleaver. Look good when he shows up.
Yeah, have his meal
slut
ready
in the bedroom and a lady in the living room. Yeah. All that stuff. Make him feel good. Be his prize. Be his comfort zone. Be the thing that lifts, never drag. All those things. I think that applies to everybody.
Vic, does your wife use the throat spray trick?
Now that one I thought interesting.
That sounds.
And is the throat spray for numbing? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no gag reflex if your throat's numb.
There you go.
Oh, she doesn't have a reflex.
See, you can learn that. So again,
she's good. She's good. Here's the thing you don't know, Vic. She doesn't have it with you. That means you're not big enough. You're not big enough to touch the spot.
Oh no!
Like one of those.
Hey, every time a female nurse has put a catheter in, the words that I hear is, "Good Lord."
You go, yeah.
All right.
And it's swollen.
I was like, just thank you.
Just don't step on it on your way out, please. Last time you stepped on it when you left. Don't do that.
No, that's not the cord for the bed. No,
Tuck
that's
that
me.
into the sock.
If you like it, you can tie it to your wrist.
I know.
Yeah, we all have our problems. You're going to need a longer catheter, Doc.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like if I were a football player or a basketball player and I read that this morning, I'd be like, man, you gotta
tighten up your game.
This is happening to me right now.
So the only problem for the football players, you think it's disingenuous?
I think so. I mean, it's like they're trying to play you. They've got a game plan that they're trying to work on you.
Yeah, it's hard to
like they're doing stuff only because they think you're going to become a millionaire.
I think that's a problem whenever you're dating anybody with the money. Yeah. I think you have.
Well, and these are college athletes that are.
Well, now a college athlete's worth $1 million a year.
Right.
Right.
So they're talking about dating guys in college that they know are going to be.
So you can tell their age because now, literally, you catch a kid at 18 who's making $1 million a year.
Yeah.
You can jump in on that at 18, not 22. You can get it now.
Now, here's the other thing, though. Now that they're making $1 million a year in college, it's a lot harder to be, I'm the girl who folds his laundry and brings him his food.
Lining up.
Yeah. And he can buy his own food. He can get his he got a laundry service. He doesn't need you for that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that, but I've seen the same thing at bars outside of an Air Force base. Bars outside of an Army base. You aspire to slightly lower on the mountain, but you're still aspiring to get the hell out of where I am now.
That's why Army dudes usually marry ugly girls.
Yeah, because they do things.
Because they can't play football.
And have never, or they do things that have never been done to them before.
That's right.
I'm going to take you home to mama.
A little chloroseptic.
I never heard of that there throat spray.
Throat spray trick, you mean? Huh. All right.
Well, they use the throat spray so they don't taste the mouthwash, the Listerine.
Why is it green?
I gotta use whenever I date those Army dudes, I gotta use throat spray. They all taste like Listerine.
Is that mold or Listerine?
That's a callback to yesterday's program for those who missed it. Adventures in AJ's young dating life.
It cuts the taste.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Didn't it burn?
Yes.
It burned, right?
Of course it did.
Those dyes taste like, I don't understand.
It's designed to burn.
It's like no pain, no gain, right? That's what you're thinking.
All I thought was short-term pain to avoid the long-term pain. You know what I mean?
Just trying to avoid the 3 initials, that's all.
And in my mind, this sounds so dumb, but in my mind, if the Listerine is burning, then it must be doing its job. It's doing its job. You know what I mean?
Just like peroxide.
You pour peroxide on your knee, you see it bubble up. You're like, it's cleaning, man.
After our misspent youth, after all of us had the unbearable burn of peroxide, they go, we just studied it. It doesn't help.
No. I know.
To find that out when I'm 40. What are you talking about?
So does monkey blood work?
No. Mercurochrome doesn't work either, which is another bit of agony. So for our entire lives, our parents were just torturing us. Like, here, you think it hurts now. Wait till I clean it up.
Yeah.
And then we turned 40, like, by the way, stop doing that. That's of no use at all. That's just causing pain.
Dude, here's when I knew that hydrogen peroxide was a scam. I tore my knee open. About a good couple inches.
Good gash.
Like it was a good gash.
Okay.
I did it playing tennis. And
you play tennis?
What are you judging me? You were
just go on.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole other deal.
Yeah.
Like Rob would say about listening to Duran. I was trying to get laid. Okay.
There you go.
That's a good excuse for about everything.
Did you have on white shorts?
Carry on.
So
his favorite white shorts.
Tear my knee open, and at the time it's just me and my dad living together.
Okay.
And he's like, we're out of peroxide, so he walks in with his bottle of Crown Royal, and dumps some Crown Royal in my knee hole.
Ooh, that's battlefield dressing.
That's what you learn in the NAM.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did that in NAM, right?
Bush.
He gave me a shot for my mouth and a shot for my knee hole.
Sweet. Did it work?
Later, he made you a Purple Heart.
Of course it didn't work.
No, that
all it did was burn like hell
and make it work.
Well,
and
it
then
worked to the extent it did kill the germs.
And then finally, my aunt came over and was like,
"What the hell are you doing?
You have to take him to get stitches. That's like it's,
yeah. You smell like a bar."
So of course, I ended up having to get like 6 stitches. So
How
it
old
wasn't.
were you?
I was like, I don't know, 14.
You
15.
showed up to the hospital smelling like crown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, what happened? I was playing tennis.
A mouth on my knee. And my aunt was like, you have to take him. This isn't something that's just going to heal. My dad just thought, if I pour some whiskey on it, it'll heal right up. No, it didn't work that way. You still had to go seek medical attention. But that I knew then that if just booze is a suitable substitute for hydrogen peroxide, then it ain't working that good.
Either one of them. No, you could have been using vodka the entire time. What a horrible waste. So it was Crown.
We didn't have
waste of bourbon.
We didn't have vodka in our house.
No,
we had
were real men.
my dad had Canadian blend whiskey. That was my dad.
That does take it. Well, it kills viruses. It also strips paint.
It'll do whatever you need to do.
A floor wax remover. It does that. Yeah. It'll start an engine.
Yes.
So it's a very useful thing to have around.
A lot of things.
A Canadian blend.
All right, let's hit a break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Hey, speaking of drinking problems, San Antonio, we got a drinking problem down here. The water that comes out of our beautiful aquifer, man, makes some good sweet tea. Fine beer, too, but what's in that water you don't want in your house? That sediment that just sits in your pipes and lands in your appliances, and you see it in your ice, and you feel it in your skin, and you can see it in your hair. You don't want any of that. That's why I've always had a Connecticut. Connecticut's been part of the house when I grew up in. When I could buy a house, I had made sure it was in there. And when I built one, it was the first thing we added to the plumbing because I know what it's done for me. It's protected me many years. I've never had to replace a single appliance because of the sediment buildup that is so common around here in South Texas. And now's the time to get a Connecticut. It's not overly expensive. In fact, it's the best deal going. Not only is it going to protect you, it's got a warranty that's going to back up for years. It's going to save you money on power. They have the awards to tell you how good they do it. And finally, they got a free thing for you. If you buy right now, they've got a reverse osmosis drinking station. And I'll be honest with you, I had to buy. You're going to get it for free. It's going to replace all those water bottles you've been buying. You'll never have to buy another one. They've got the decor to match yours, and they're going to save you money all the way around. There is no reason to wait. Call them now. 656-PEER is the number to remember. You need more details like I would. Go to ConnecticutSA.com. Listen, go get the very best, and then you can come on by and you can thank me later.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit JoeGomezLaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And through Friday at Mattress Firm, you can get a Sealy mattress in any size for only $494.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tomorrow's a big day. Well, I guess tonight's the big day.
Yeah.
The full schedule will be announced.
I thought we had the whole schedule. Feels like they've already announced it.
What are we missing?
They're leaking it out little by little.
We're going to get the NFL's schedule before we have gotten the NBA's MVP.
Yeah.
Coach of the Year.
And the All-NBA team. Mm-hmm. They're trying to hide that stuff from us.
I don't know what the NBA is doing. Come on, man. We can speed this process along unless you're embarrassed about what you're going to show us.
The NFL also announced that the Packers-Rams will play on Thanksgiving Eve.
Wednesday night while you're in the car driving to Grandma's house.
Wednesday night football. That will also be the NFL Honors Show during Super Bowl week, Wednesday night.
That's the biggest club night of the year.
And that'll be a Wednesday as well. So that's when all the Pro Football Hall of Famers will be. That'll all be on Netflix. So Netflix trying to get in on the game. They said, hey, you know what, though?
Let me get in on this.
You know who's pissed about this? Dudes who have to tell their wives that, Wednesday's also a football night now, honey. It's
we have Monday,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, especially on Thanksgiving week. There's Friday,
and then
Saturday,
Sunday, and then Monday again. Sorry.
It's one of the greatest times on
So
earth.
what is it going to be?
And then I tell
Peacock,
my wife Tuesday. I watch my Golden Girls replays. That's the night that I.
A couple of years ago, we ran this promotion where I did 150 football games. So we ran 150 football games during a season.
Okay.
And I was able to schedule a football game all but 2 days in the month of December.
You know what? So you were the PD at the time, right? Can I venture a guess?
Mm-hmm.
Did you also host the afternoon show?
From one vet to another. Don't look behind the curtain.
Rob was like, man, I'm going to have so much free time in December.
That was, and the thing is, it was such an easy sell in September. In August, when I had this promotion, knowing full well, I think I can take the entire month of December off if I play my cards right.
Yeah.
No, that did play in quite well.
Well played.
But
well played.
We got sponsors to back it up.
Yeah,
too.
I knew you weren't doing mornings because morning guys, when something like that's going on, they're just pissed.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, this is garbage, man.
No, we got off early a lot.
That's funny.
But in all honesty, you can literally get a football game a day.
Oh yeah.
In the month of December and well into January.
Yeah. Which I'm here for. I'm here for it.
It's a bold and wonderful new world.
Pardon me. The Netflix will also be airing the Week 1 game between the Niners and the Rams. That's on a Thursday night.
So at least
that's the Australia game.
And the thing that sucks about this is if you consider all the streaming services I've already had to sign up for to watch the NBA playoffs, the one that I haven't had to sign up for is Netflix.
Yes.
So next, I might as well just.
Netflix will also air 2 games on Christmas Day and a Saturday noon game in Week 18. They'll also have 5 regular season games as well.
Do we know what days they're getting?
The 5 extra games, those 5 regulars, those will be Sunday games.
Sunday games. So there'll be like a Sunday noon game on Netflix.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. And the added game during Thanksgiving means there's going to be 5 standalone games that week before the Sunday slate. They played 3 games on Thanksgiving. They added a Black Friday game a few years back, and now a Wednesday game. The NFL already announced that one of the Thanksgiving Day games is the Cowboys and the Eagles.
And then we've got the Chiefs-Bills that night after that game.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yep.
Man.
So they, at least, they give us what we want.
The complete schedule will be announced tonight at 7 o'clock. There's a 2-hour primetime special airing on ESPN.
Oh, of course.
How'd you like to have to host that?
And now I'm starting to put it together. NBA decided, let's take an off night.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, do you think they're genuinely afraid of this drop?
I think anytime you can counter program to the NFL, like say, okay, NFL's doing something,
go away,
and we've got an option to skip a night.
We'll politely give you the evening.
Well, let's skip a night.
Maybe.
And I think that goes for every other sport that's not the NFL.
Well, I think we would have had a game, but the Knicks won. Is that what would have happened? Or would it have been?
Would
have been OKC.
It would have been.
That would have been the 2 games.
No, it would have been the Knicks because the Knicks and Spurs have been lined up this whole time, and they bumped the Spurs an extra day. So they could have easily bumped the Knicks an extra day
the Knicks,
too.
I guess, to cover the which would have been a big game, I guess.
But would you have wanted that game 6 going up against the NFL doing anything?
The only reason I kind of feel like the NFL doesn't really care is I think if they were really chasing headlines, they wouldn't have dribbled out all the stuff.
I don't think the NFL cares. I think other leagues what's the point of it? Like, why lose 25% of what our share would have been?
Probably.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying the schedule release will have better ratings than an NBA playoff game.
It won't.
But it will at least take a chunk of your audience away.
A few that go
why
back
do
and
that?
Because you're going to see on Twitter when those things get popped in, you're going to jump over and see how they're announcing it. But I can tell you, just in the professional side about talking about not looking behind the curtain, how'd you like to have to host that? To be the host on the wheel of the schedule announcement, and you got to make a big deal about Week 12 game in Cleveland.
Well, on ESPN they're going to have a bunch of old players on, and they'll find a way to make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a 2-hour tap dance.
That's right.
Enjoy this.
Yeah,
that is right. But the schedule will be coming out, and also on Netflix. I forgot. July 14th, Netflix quarterback series back for season 3.
Who do we got?
We've got Jaden Daniels.
Oh, that'll be good. All right.
Cam Ward.
That also should be interesting.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I feel like I know him.
Bake.
And Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco?
That's right.
Wah.
What do you mean? Joe Flacco doing I don't know
of
about
all the quarterbacks?
Dude, honestly, Joe Flacco the last couple of years has been one of the best stories.
I guess, but then again, I know the story.
Now you'll see behind the scenes.
All right.
Behind the scenes, Rob. That's what the quarterback series does. It takes you behind the scenes.
And Joe Flacco as the Beaver.
The worst one was when they did
what?
The worst one was when they did Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean that's the same thing. Like, okay.
I don't know. Maybe Joe Flacco's super interesting.
He might be. I mean, he's been around long enough to tell some stories. I know that.
It was Tuesday night when the Golden Knights played. They always have someone who rings
does the intro thing,
the siren thing. On Tuesday night, it was Kirk Cousins. He was, nice. I guess, because he's a Vegas guy. I was like, my first thought was, why is Kirk Cousins at the Knights game? And then I was like, oh yeah, he plays for Vegas now.
Yeah. I can picture. What did he have? Like a plaid button-down?
No, he had
a shirt.
They give you a custom Knights jersey, so he was wearing a jersey with his with his name on it.
It didn't look like he was doing a Dockers commercial.
No, for once. He looked like a
loafers, no socks.
He looked like a normal human, not someone in a 1986 JCPenney ad
who's running late for his Olin Mills shot.
Not even JCPenney, it's Bell's.
Yeah, it's Bell's.
Does Bell's even exist anymore?
I hope so.
Bell's. That's right. He's like,
Bell's.
I hope Bell's is still out there.
Only the very top button is undone.
I don't know where I'd get my underwear.
But he's not wearing a tie, but the little tie buttons on his collar are buttoned down anyway. Yeah. Oh, Kirk Cousins. All right.
And you know what? He's the crazy one in that quarterback room.
That's
right.
He's the mad guy. Wild one.
He's the crazy one. Goes out late on Thursdays.
Well, he's not a gunslinger. I can tell you that much. here for San Antonio. That's our Gunslingers. And this weekend, they get the Star Wars game, the out-of-this-world Star Wars game. The Gunslingers didn't have a game on May the 4th, but they said, you know what, people love Star Wars anyway. Let's hold it till May 16th. That's right, 4 p.m., Freeman Coliseum. The Gunslingers taking on the San Diego Strike Force, and you're going to get all the great stuff you normally going to get. You're going to get the big hits, the high-flying action, the fast-paced game. You're going to be right on top of the game. Like, you could literally reach out and touch the players. I don't think they recommend that, but you could. And you're going to get lightsabers. It's going to be Star Wars business.
Sweet.
Vic, you could go if you want.
I know.
I can get you some tickets. I can hook you up.
Nice.
People love the Star Wars. There's going to be Star Wars vibes going all afternoon. The first fans through the door get their very own lightsaber. Bring the family, wear your Star Wars gear, cheer on the Gunslingers. You can get tickets now, sagunslingers.com, or you can go to the Freeman Coliseum box office. Get out there, support the Gunslingers. Guns up, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a couple of stalls, 410 northbound FM 78 and I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson. Both of those off to the right shoulder. Definitely slowing down, 1604 northbound Calabria to Houseman, 90 eastbound between 211 and Nogalitos, almost a 15-minute ride, and a bit heavy on 35 northbound South Cross to 90 south side of town. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Keeping that slunging on out there.
Naked pictures of his
Tommy Lee Schlong
business.
I don't know if Tommy Lee Schlong can type. Hi, Mr. Schlong.
Hi, John. I tell you, no, I can't type. No, but I can dictate.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a travel day for your San Antonio Spurs as they head to Minnesota for Game 6. We'll hear from some of those Spurs players before they get on the plane, and we'll talk some football with the General, John McClain. He'll join us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Yesterday, we found out the Houston Texans are going across the pond to take on the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium in London on Week 6. And finally, in other NFL news, the Miami Dolphins and former Texas A&M running back Devon Achane signed a new deal that extended him 4 years, $68 million. Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers won last night 6-5 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Cal Quantrill with the win.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Woo! Woo!
That's right. Guess who's back in the news?
There's a lot of names come to mind.
Yeah. It could be anybody.
Clavicular. Back in the
now
news.
what?
Is he dead yet?
Clavicular was on a podcast with Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And he reminded him.
That says enough.
There's a lot of brain power coming out of that one.
I know.
Clavicular brought up again the time. Actually, you know what? I've got you have access to that site, Vic?
Oh, let me go look. Let me see.
Because there's a couple of audio clips on there that so I can play it instead of telling you what he said. But yeah, Clavicular, who was banned from.
I think we should first of all have to use his real name unless he's saying himself.
I don't know his real name.
I saw something else about some other influencer named Chud the Inhaler or something like. Dude, we have to use your real name.
Yes.
You can use your stage name, your diploma, whatever, but Clavicular.
His name is Braden Peters.
So let's just call Braden.
Okay, is it on? Oh, here it is. Clavicular. Which
Mama
one?
call you Braden. I'll call you Braden.
Okay, so the first one we'll play is we'll play the second one first, the bottom one, the one about his what he did with his face.
Oh, okay. Oh God, here we go. Let me turn this on over here.
What I did with my
You
face.
did bone smash as a youth.
Yes.
That wasn't that's not like a joke. You actually took a hammer to your face to shape your jawbone.
Yeah, well, it's all on YouTube.
Did it work?
Yeah. It's just hard to exactly pinpoint what percentage came from taking tests or what percentage came from bone smashing or just regular puberty. So that I couldn't answer.
Did your parents really have to hide the hammers around the house?
They did. That was not a joke.
How many hammers were there?
I would say they probably did it like 3 or 4 times. So I had to switch to this baseball trophy, which is a pretty famous prop. I've still been looking for it because everyone's been wanting me to find that souvenir. Right now I'm dating a couple girls, actually. So got a harem going on.
How many?
3, soon to be 4.
Are they friends? No, they don't get along.
Oh, it's getting better, actually. You'd be surprised.
Was this based on... Do you have a favorite?
No.
You can't have a favorite, I'm sure.
No, you can't.
I bet you do, though, secretly.
Yeah, but I gotta say it.
I'm getting dumber by the second.
I gotta say it.
But it was 2.
Fiona.
Okay.
This is awful.
Dude, this guy is so dumb.
I know.
Now, one thing I will say about him, we agree on one thing. I don't like Timothy Chalamet. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't like Timothy Chalamet because I don't know. He gives off a weird vibe to me.
He ruined Dune for me.
Okay. He did. Now he's done some good things. Like
I'm indifferent. I just think he's a child.
Okay. Did you watch the Bob Dylan movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you like him in that?
See, I don't know enough about Dylan to say I didn't like the way he portrayed Dylan. I just didn't really like the movie.
Did you like him when he was Willy Wonka?
No. I don't see him as a great actor. I don't. I'm indifferent about him. I think he's a child. Now that Marty movie I just saw was
Marty
strange,
Supreme.
Strange concept. I thought he was okay in the movie.
Okay. Well, Logan Paul. Clavicular told Logan Paul that there's a reason, and there's a particular type of woman that Timothy Chalamet can attract, and there's a reason why he attracts those kind of women.
And a Kardashian.
What do you rank Timothy Chalamet?
I would say like probably also around
6.25, 6.5, somewhere.
And his SMV?
What's SMV?
Pretty high.
And then, okay, so who...
He's only going to get girls that are on, like, birth control, though.
Wait, hold on a second.
Birth control, you're attracted to more feminine features.
Yeah, explain that. Yeah, is that...
Yeah, that's true. So if you're constantly pulling women, and this is what I would always do, just like to gauge my dimorphism, was see if a girl was prescribed birth control to see if I was like, cucked in any way. So yeah, if you're usually pulling girls that are on that, it's not a good sign.
But that's margin. That's marginal.
I'm sorry.
No, it's legit. It's very legit.
No, but marginal. Though.
No, legit. Like
women on birth control are more attracted to feminine men, is what you're saying?
Yes, correct. Because they're taking their E, and women with higher estrogen are attracted to like more masculine looking faces. Yes.
Deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
Dude.
From clavicular.
Dude.
How old is this dude again? Like 10?
Let's see. He is 20.
We're talking about the dude that they had to hide the hammers from because he was beating himself in the face with them?
Yes.
Yeah, to reshape his jaw.
And then he gave us his deep and studied opinion on dimorphism.
Yeah.
The guy that they had to hide the ball-peen hammers because he was cracking himself in the jaw. They hid the hammers, and then he used a trophy to bash himself in the face. That guy?
His baseball trophy. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Right?
He talked about he started doing testosterone supplements when he was 14 during COVID.
Oh my God.
And
that's dangerous.
This dude is twisted into a little tiny knot.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's got it figured out, man.
You know, when you're the crazy one in the Jake Paul interview, when you're the one that he's laughing at under his breath, like on Logan Paul, any Paul, a Paul. He's the smart one snickering at the questions he's asking. And then, so he has Chalamet. He didn't just say 6. He said 6.25.
Maybe a 6.5.
Maybe.
But yeah, he does go on a quarter scale.
So, what?
Now, I can appreciate, I am a straight man. But if you say, like, who's a good-looking dude, I can be like, oh, yeah, he's good-looking.
I have no problem with that, but he's like...
But this dude's got a full-blown scale.
A full-on scale. Like 6... Now, if he has a 6'5", if his pecs were a quarter inch...
Well, no, if he was a little more masculine.
A little bit, What was that thing?
You got to be high on E. They've got low E.
What is E?
Estrogen. So, girls with high E, they're looking for someone a little more masculine. Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal, man.
Well, I'm glad he figured it out.
Like if
he's got it all together.
If you're a pretty boy, you should probably take a look at the woman you're with because she probably is on birth control. She's
yeah.
She's probably supplementing her E.
What?
Now the
they're smoking the za.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the same dude who said that he did meth literally so he could remain thin. Like, when I do meth, I'm not hungry, so I can stay thin.
Well, he's got a point. Evidently, you get free teeth after a while.
Well,
so,
yeah.
If this dude didn't need new teeth after bone smashing with a hammer,
they
have Ozempic now.
To say that,
yeah,
in an interview with a straight face and be proud. Yeah, my parents had to hide the hammers in the house because I kept bashing my chin bone with it.
Yeah,
unreal.
But you didn't do that? That's not normal.
You're not ascended, Rob.
I have high E.
You're not ascended. That's why you haven't.
What's ascended?
Ascended is what the Looks Maxers do. When you take his course, if you follow everything.
Oh, there's a course.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah.
I look like the finished product right here.
If you could join, it's a self-improvement and looks maxing course called the Clavicular System, and then it eventually became Clavicular's Clan. You could join it for $50 a month, and the course provides guides on how to ascend and on suggested peptides to inject in order to do so.
I'm all about the peptides.
There you go. So all you got to do is go to looksmax.org.
I found it. Looks Maxing Academy. I'm here.
Yeah. That could be you, Rob.
I'll be right back. I got some stuff.
That could be. Yeah. On that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s kind of like him. Hey, did I hear there's a pill version of Ozempic?
Yep, you sure did. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets 9 milligrams and Ozempic semaglutide injection 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
As a parent, you said you'd never give up the convertible. Look, the van even has its own vacuum. You said you'd never stop listening to your music.
Do your happy dance, do your happy dance, yeah.
You said you'd never schedule your life around a stuffed animal.
Nobody panic. Bun Bun is still at daycare.
You said you'd never give in to demands.
2 kids' meals and a chocolate shake.
And never put them in harm's way.
I'll be right back, little man. Just gonna pop in the store for diapers.
But never happens. And no amount of time is okay to leave your child in a car by themselves.
Long line today.
Temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you every time you park the car. Stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
In today's chronicles of music only white people like.
Pretty much.
Hey, some Latinos too.
Do you guys?
Oh, yeah. Man. I love this.
I've imagined, like,
the only brothers that are listening to this sound like Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah.
Sound and look like Jeremy Sohan.
Do you guys ever wonder what your wives do when you're not at home, or like what they do when you're not around for a few days?
I keep a camera up on the wall, just so I know.
Well, Vic never leaves his, like, he's never gone for a few days.
Oh, I got Ring cameras everywhere. She
But
doesn't leave the house.
But like Rob and I will go on work trips sometimes for a week.
Mm-hmm.
There's a study here, things that wives admit to doing only when their husbands aren't around.
All right. I wonder what that
We've got 7 things here. Number 1, I turn back the time on our clock so the kids go to bed early. When my husband's gone, my kid's bedtime is at least an hour earlier than usual.
I appreciate that.
At 7 p.m., I'll cheerfully announce, time to hit the hay.
Time to go.
My kids can't actually tell time yet, so they trust me on basic things like time of day. They sometimes get that confused look on their little faces. I imagine they're perplexed by how the evening has ticked by so quickly, but I march their little butts to bed so I can get some blissful peace.
Some mommy juice.
When they're a little older, you bet I'm going to be sneaking around the house, turning back clocks to make sure nothing silly like learning to tell time messes with my blissful peace. Number 2, I eat food that's terrible for me.
Sounds like me. Okay, keep moving.
I know a girl who she once told me that when her husband is gone, or if she goes on a work trip and is by herself, she will order Chick-fil-A nuggets and get literally every sauce that they have and have like a nugget party. And she won't do that around anyone else.
I don't understand.
Really?
That's the difference right there in a capsule between
men and women.
Yeah. Why would I care if you, or anybody else for that matter, if you just pigged out on a bunch of Chick-fil-A nuggets in front of us?
Vic would pay money to see that.
Some of us,
Vic's like encouraging his wife, like,
for a lot of reasons.
Get the 20-piece, babe. She's like, I only want 10. No, get 20.
I don't know. It's good for it. It's good for me. All right, so eat whatever you want.
Yeah, she says, well, I'm none of these. I'm not a radically crunchy mom. I do like my family to eat healthy stuff. But when they're gone, Pop-Tarts for dinner, check. Cinnamon rolls in a can with the sugary glaze, check, and check. So basically, like, she tries to sucker us into eating.
So it sounds like she's not only alone from her husband, but also her kids.
Yeah. This was
on her own. Okay.
Yeah. Number 3. You need to worry about this one, Rob.
I'm sure there's a lot on this list I need to worry about.
I throw his useless stuff away.
No, that's not the case, or half my stuff would be gone.
I know.
And I'm gone enough to where she'd have opportunity.
She says, to say my husband is a pack rat is an understatement. He needs to hold on to every little gum wrapper from his past. It's a huge source of frustration for a minimalist girl. Honey, do you really need these baseball pants from high school, the ones that are 2 sizes too small?
Yes.
And really 2 sizes are being kind, but I do at least fight fair. When he announces a trip, I start planning my assault. I try to strike a balance between getting rid of unwanted clutter and doing such a drastic sweep that it's obvious. His car is barely out of the driveway when I start purging. I've most recently been busted for tossing out a can of protein powder purchased in 2008.
This dude's worse than me. But the thing is, with people
solutions?
like me, well, no, the thing is with people like me, she probably is throwing stuff out. I just don't know.
That's the
thing.
thing.
I don't even know it's gone because I never really.
I used to have that, or you say I have it.
Yeah.
Like you believe you have it, but it's
then-
I just can't find it, but I'm sure it's around here someplace.
Then she threw away the
she's
right
thrown
thing.
it all away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
She knows.
I have a feeling that's going on.
Number 4, I go to the movies myself.
No, my wife wouldn't do that.
She says, sometimes I need more me time due to a mix of work, school, kids, and other commitments. And we struggle to get a date night scheduled. I feel guilty about wanting to have dinner and a movie for one. So when he's out of town, I snag my opportunity. I make myself feel better about it, picking an obnoxious chick flick that I'd have to twist his arm to see
Now,
anyway.
she would do that same thing at home, but my wife wouldn't go to a movie by herself.
Okay.
But I would. Have you gone? Have you done it?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
I have no
I mean,
problem.
hell, I was here for a year by myself. Like, you know.
But yeah, I have no issue at all.
Number 5, I live like a complete slob.
Well, that's me.
And I clean like a madwoman half an hour before he comes home. My husband would be content with a semi-annual dusting. If he were in charge of the housework, washing dishes would only occur when the sink was stacked dangerously high or if he wanted to eat cereal and there were no clean bowls. But we've had a lot of knockdown, drag-out fights over stuff he'd leave laying around. I'm a pretty tidy person, but when he's gone, my inner slob comes out to play.
I wonder. I just assume that things are even neater while I'm gone. I wonder. I really do. I do want
As someone who is right now in a house with no woman in it,
it gets out of hand
and
fast.
3 males,
Oh.
oh my gosh, it's a disaster.
I've lost, when my wife is gone, I've lost all the ability to take care of myself. I can't. It's done. I lost that about 20 years ago. That's why men die. As soon as their wives are gone, they're gone fast.
Number 6, I sneak cigarettes.
Whoa.
She says, I quit smoking shortly after I met my husband. It's one of the best decisions I ever made, but I still miss it every day. It's been 9 years, and I still yearn for a ciggy every time I get stressed or take my first sip of a cold beer. When my man is out of town, odds are that I'll make a trip to the corner store and to buy a pack before the first day is over. As much as I still crave a smoke, I can usually only manage a couple puffs before I realize that, yes, I am really glad I quit, but there's still something fun about my little smoke breaks, and I put the kids to bed an hour early to go.
She's a sinner.
Uh-huh.
You're naughty. All right.
And number 7.
I like it.
This is probably one that Rob wouldn't mind anyway. I like to fall asleep to the television at full blast. I love hitting the snooze button 5 times. Climbing into bed with a book and a bowl of popcorn is my idea of a good time in the sack. I don't do these things now because they bug my man and because he curbed his knuckle cracking and threw away his ugly red sweats from 1998 for me. Rob didn't do that.
No, that's not.
In the spirit of compromise, I now limit myself to 2 snoozes, but when he goes out of town, all bets are off. I'll get under the covers with my popcorn, fall asleep to totally mindless Hallmark Channel stuff, hit snooze as many times as I can without being dangerously late. It's amazing.
See, if you'd have asked me, what do you think's going on? That's what I think's going on. That my wife doesn't wear a bra for a week, never takes off her pajamas, never leaves the house, and lays in bed and watches.
Do you think she showers as often when you're not
No,
around?
I guarantee she doesn't. I know she wouldn't. Why would she?
Do you think she brushes her teeth?
Probably does that.
I like to hope so.
But
right?
I know it's just like me. If I have nowhere to go, why would I do anything other than the bare minimum?
I don't know. I certainly, like, if I have 3 days at home by myself and I'm not leaving the house, I'm for sure not going to shower all 3 days. No way.
No.
Like, I won't. Why? I won't. And there's a part of me that, like, on day 2, and now day 2, I'll shower at least, once, maybe twice in those 3 days.
Yeah.
But at least once, I'm gonna like smell my own funk and go,
yes,
yeah.
Remember the day?
I smell like a man.
And they secretly like it too.
They love it.
They love it.
This is why my wife loves me.
I love your musk.
Halfway there on a small Friday. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway, getting reports of an accident. Downtown, we've got a stall at 35 upper level, northbound at Alamo. It's off to the shoulder. Another stall, I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson, right shoulder blocked. Right now, it's a solid 30-minute commute on the far west side of town on Highway 90 eastbound from 211 on over to Nogalitos. 1604 northbound Culebra to Houseman, about 20 minutes, and a 15-minute ride, 35 southbound Schwab Road on down to Loop 410. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Diamond Tea.
Go ahead, sip into summer with Red Diamond. Fresh brewed with just 3 simple ingredients: tea, water, and sugar. Always cold and ready in the refrigerated section. Red Diamond Fresh Brewed Tea. The perfect sip does exist.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
The San Antonio Gunslingers are bringing the fight back to Freeman Coliseum for an out-of-this-world Star Wars game. Saturday, May 16th, 4 p.m., the Indoor Football League action explodes as your Gunslingers take on San Diego in a lightsaber-filled showdown. Expect high-flying touchdowns, bone-crushing hits, and epic Star Wars vibes all afternoon. First fans through the door get their very own lightsaber. Get your tickets now at sagunslingers.com or the Freeman Coliseum box office. Guns up, San Antonio.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen. A fine, an inconvenience, a little embarrassment. But then comes the crash. There are injuries, a hospital bed, the long road to recovery, the moments you'll miss. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. That ticket? That was nothing. Click it. Don't risk it. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pet owners and parents know the struggle. Every time dogs or kids go outside, they track mud right back in. If you're tired of scrubbing floors, you need Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that cleans paws and shoes before they ruin your home. Only Muddy Mat features thousands of ultra-soft microfibers that are 5 times more absorbent than ordinary mats, instantly trapping dirt and water to protect your floors. Put it by every door, under pet bowls, in the kitchen for spills. It even makes a perfect bath mat. And it's 100% machine washable, so cleanup is effortless.
Since getting Muddy Mat, I don't worry about what my dog gets into. His paws are clean the second he steps off.
No more mopping. I love it. Thank you, Muddy Mat.
Right now, get a free medium Muddy Mat with your order of 2 or more mats at buymuddymat.com. This offer is only available at buymuddymat.com. That's BUYMUDDYMAT.com. Don't wait. Get your free Muddy Mat today at buymuddymat.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers overcame a 9-point deficit with 3 minutes to go to take the game to overtime and finally win it, 117-113. James Harden had 30 points in the win. Cavaliers are now 3-0 in Game 5s in franchise history and taking the game back to Cleveland for Game 6. In the NFL, the schedule release continues to dribble out and finally will be completely released tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear it live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey-o! That's the best I can do. Gather around, let's huddle up. Okay. Got stuff to talk about. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Rob Thompson, now sitting alone. But I am still joined by the third of the triangle.
Yeah. Hola.
The large wheel to the tricycle.
The big wheel.
The big wheel.
Yeah.
Victor Brown. And, of course, our spokesmodel, KBB. AJ, we went to break. We're standing around in the break room. We went to look outside and see if there was the clouds had broke, what the day was going to look like. We're just kind of hanging around outside in the smoking section.
Yeah.
And the bat signal popped on, and he had to go.
Yeah, his wife started hearing the show and called him.
Bat signal was up on the cloud. He saw it.
Yeah.
And
what do you mean you don't
gone.
take a shower?
He's in fact a superhero. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's a weird day in the middle of what has been this crazy playoff run for the Spurs. We got no basketball tonight. Last night, if you were paying attention or care about what's going on in the Eastern Conference, the Cavs came from about 9 points down with 3 minutes to go. The Detroit Pistons just fumbled things away, get it into overtime. Cleveland overtakes them. They get the win. They're now up 3-2, going back to Cleveland. They ain't coming back to Detroit. You know what? As the whole season went on, AJ and I talked about the process that is involved in winning. And what I mean by in winning a championship in the NBA, the things that you have to do, the gauntlets you have to survive, the bridges you have to cross, all those little things that only are peripherally involved in the actual playing of the game. The other stuff, the earning the credit, the refs giving you the benefit of the doubt, the travel, the media, all the things that playoffs provide that you've never been a part of. There's things you got to do. And if you don't have Wemby, which we have found is either his giant strides allow you to bypass certain steps, or you have drafted so appropriately that the steps you need to cross are pretty easy because the guys you got just built for it, Dylan Harper, that they're what used to be no longer is. But watching Detroit is living proof of what we talked about. They are a team that was so primed for what looked like be a good playoff run until Cade Cunningham gets hurt that last month of the season. And they have never come back to where they were. Cade Cunningham has come back. Cunningham has come back to where he was. Hell, he had 39 last night. But the rest of the team has been unable, with his reappearance, to clear those hurdles that the Spurs have been able to leap just because they've got this 7'5" 4 dude, that does things that nobody's ever done before. Hence, they're doing things as a team that nobody's ever done before. So I'm starting to realize that we were thinking from the perspective of what has always been and what is not now. And Wemby is the now, and what has been is is Detroit. They're flawed. And they're playing against a team, much like Oklahoma City, much like the T-Wolves, that has been there and done it. Cleveland should have been much further along last year. They were doing things during the regular season that had a portent toward title aspirations, and they just fell apart. Well, now they're showing that being there and doing that, having experience in the playoffs, matters. They just know how to win a game, and Detroit doesn't. Now, sometimes it involves a well-placed foot, like Jared Allen to trip a dude, but those little actions that might not have occurred but for that you'd been here and done that before wouldn't have occurred. That's just gamesmanship. And on top of all of what happened with the Detroit-Cleveland series, it's boring. That is a slow, not well-played, well-defended, I think, basketball series. It seems like my analogy was, you have that favorite song in your head that you remember from years back that every now and then pops in and you just remember it, and then suddenly you hear it on the radio. You pull out your mix, you got your Spotify 80s mix, and the music just isn't as fast as you remember it. It seems kind of slow. Yeah. It's the song. It's being played at the proper speed. It's not like you're playing a 45 on 33 and there's people out there who have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's not that. Mm-hmm. But watching the Cleveland-Detroit series, it's like they're just kind of slow. It's just not. It certainly does not measure to what we've watched in the Western Conference.
There's no oomph in it, right?
Well, again, they're both good teams. Neither one of them great. There's not, and we've got Donovan Mitchell on one side, Cade Cunningham on the other. It's got all the pieces. It's just, yawn. And you can call it a good game. You can say that, but just because it's close, just because it goes into overtime, just because you don't know who's going to win at the end, it makes for a fine conclusion. It doesn't make it a good game. That wasn't an entertaining game, certainly. And it's not about the pace, because you look at the Spurs' pace in a couple of these games, and the foul calls have slowed things to a crawl. Everybody's taking free throws. It's not about that, because the Spurs games have been enlivening. They've been interesting. There's plots in there. I just haven't found it in Detroit. And I talked with AJ earlier. He said the same thing. I thought it was just me. He's watching the game and he goes, it's third quarter. I don't even know what's going on, nor do I really care. And I think that's been what has struck us there. And the sad thing is, if you're a Cleveland Cavalier fan, that's a comeback last night that's going to go down in the ages, in the annals of Cavalier and Cleveland sports history. To come back from 9 down, it's not the Memorial Day miracle, but it's going to be akin to that until something else happens this season. That was ridiculous. It's one of those nights, if you're a Cavalier fan, you never forget that. 9 down with 3 minutes to go. You come back, get into overtime, and then run away from them in overtime. On the road in a series that essentially for 4 games, nobody had separated themselves. So, you take what you can get, but not a particularly enthralling series. And then you start, well, okay, let's kind of do the math and let's look forward. What would make for the next series to be worth anything? Is it Cleveland's size enough to scare New York? Is Detroit's, I perceive, toughness enough to tough New York out of it? The way New York's gone thermonuclear, neither one of these teams looks like they'd measured up. Maybe Cleveland offers a little bit of height, a little bit of size that might kind of influence the way the Knicks are. But it feels very much, as we sit today, that the Knicks are just going to be they're headed to the finals. And I don't know of any basketball head outside of the New York Knicks, the New York few area codes before they get to the Brooklyn Nets fans, those 15 of them, other than that group that looks to the West and sees the Knicks beating anybody still playing. Maybe the T-Wolves. I don't think that the Knicks – I think the T-Wolves will give them a good game, but I know the Knicks looking at San Antonio going, yeah, we got them once. I don't think we can get them again. We believe we could. I don't think the experts look at that and go that they have a possibility, and I don't think the Knicks have any prayer against Oklahoma City. Given what I saw last night, the East, I cannot believe that this is going to end in Cleveland, that Detroit, after what the year they had and all that they're going to end up without a jump shooter, without any kind of help. They're just rotating through bench guards. They found one kid that could hit some shots last night, but to expect him to do it again, I doubt it. Jalen Duren, let me tell you, has gone from a dude that could have been All-NBA, third-team All-NBA, that might very well still be, we still don't know, that if I'm Detroit when this is over, and it looks like it will be tomorrow night, I'm listening to offers. I'm not paying him all this money. He is an offensive waste. He is useless if he's more than 2 feet away from the basket. He's been absolutely exposed in this offseason. There's players that have made a lot of money by their play. We've witnessed it. Terrence Shannon's going to make some money. We watched Portland. We watched a couple guys play there that, this guy stepped off the bench and did stuff. Robert Williams is going to get paid by their play. Jalen Duren, so far, has been exposed that he ain't what I thought he was, at least against the size that Cleveland offers, and a lot of teams are tall now. I came off the game last night looking at Jalen Duren as, is this guy tradable? And as a Spur fan, is he gettable? How much would he cost to go get a guy who is so offensively challenged? I'll never ask him to do anything but go get rebounds and play some defense. A guy that at least the prototypical body that the Spurs are chasing. I'm not saying go get Jalen Duren, but his value has decreased. And I'm not sure that if I'm Detroit, how much I want to have to pay him, what I'm going to have to pay him, and for what he has offered, because what a letdown. Even last night, what a letdown. So tonight, no basketball, we get football. The NFL is going to offer a 2-hour series, a 2-hour show about with all the games coming up. They've dropped schedules. We're playing in Australia. We're playing in Rio de Janeiro. We're playing in Paris, playing in Munich, playing in Mexico City, playing in London, playing in Madrid. 7 different international cities. I know we talked about it yesterday, but I didn't really take it into the full perspective of what's going on here. What a ridiculous expansion. What a crazy jump. I heard this morning, and I think it's imminent, that we're 2-3 years away from every NFL team spending at least one game away. Every team away. And again, 10 years from now, I think we got a division, a European division. And I don't think that the NFL, when you look at it in the season, it's an ass whip. In season, you're thinking, oh my God, we've got a game coming up in week 5 where we're flying to Mexico City, or we got to head to Madrid, and our bye week, our off week is eaten up with travel. I know in season it sucks. Out of season, when you're looking at the schedule in July going, you know what? middle of October, we're going. Me, the fam, all the team. We're heading to Madrid. Sounds pretty awesome to me. That used to be a recruiting tool for schools. Like, we're going to go visit or play in a game someplace else. You come with us, get a free trip out of it. I'm all about the travel. I think it's an ass whip, and the NFL yet again says they care about health and all of that, and on one side of their mouth, and yet again piles more on the players' plate. One more game. Hey, what's an 8-hour flight to and from? If you live in California, you're flying 4 hours just to play a game in New York. What's a couple more hours? But it's going to be an absolutely glorious thing, especially for teams that like the travel, that grow the brand. But on the other side of it, the Cowboys have always, they have their own, I call them El Guapos. They got their own particular problem, and it's that last couple of weeks in November into the first week in December where they play 3 games in 2 weeks. They never travel. They never go out of the country. Never had to deal with the jet lag and the leaving on Monday morning to go play a game in London and getting out as fast as they can to get back. So they got all of this. But they have their own particular problem of that turnaround Thursday game, which they know they always play, which is normally followed or previewed by a Monday night game. There's this 3 quick games in a matter of like 12 days that the Cowboys have always had to deal with. And I think that's one of the reasons Jerry has always been opposed to leaving the country. We've got our own little gauntlet that we built into it as the Thursday night host for games. Well, now the NFL's playing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they're going international. They're adding one more problem to the Cowboys' chase for, TV time. Not chase. Desire, I think would be the right term. Now they're going to have to leave the country and go to Rio at some other point in the season and then still go through that Sunday, Thursday, following week by week or following game where they just pile a bunch of games in to close the season out. It's going to add a little bit extra, but the idea of the international football game, we're going to see it front and center tonight. You're going to catch that whole thing here, by the way. We'll get the thing going right after Pledge. Hey, coming back, interesting news for you guys that were raised in the 80s and 90s. For those of us who know, there are things that bother us and things that bother them. Well, if you're raised in the right period, you're living a Zen life, and I think you'd agree with it. We're going to talk about that and get you caught up with the Spurs as they prepare to fly to Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, and prepare for a Friday night showdown where they're going to try to do the most difficult thing in sports, and that is to close out a team on their floor. Thanks for joining us. We got a lot more to get to. Hang on like you're Tarzan. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits 1, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
In lieu of flowers, donate to Dogs That Care.
There's somebody somewhere putting together a website right now. Dog That Cares.
Have you ever escaped the backyard, gone over to the neighbor's place, and killed every chicken they had? I have. I'm a dog who cares.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
This is Officer Green with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring. Are you interested in a rewarding career that offers great pay, benefits, respect, and a chance to make a difference? Then visit sapdcareers.com if you are looking for a career with opportunities. The SAPD is looking for qualified applicants committed to keeping the Alamo City safe. This is your chance to make a difference. Become one of San Antonio's finest. Visit sapdcareers.com. For eligibility requirements, visit sapdcareers.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's The Morning Huddle. 8:20 by my dial. I'm Rob Thompson, Vic Brown sitting there on the other side of the double pane. You know, every now and then, you just kind of loosen up the O-ring, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And AJ kind of loosened up the O-ring.
It was
the turtle came out from his shell.
The walk is what got
it's
me.
The walk. So he'll be back tomorrow.
He'll be back just tomorrow. Go home. Don't stay here.
You know, there's a big difference between injured and hurt.
Yes.
And you know, we've got a good lead. We're in the second half of the game, second half of the show. We got a nice lead. Mm-hmm. And, you know, take some rest. We got another game to play. So he's going to go clean himself up.
He's just hurt, right?
Yeah, he ain't injured. He's just hurt.
Yeah.
But, you know, we don't need him. We got a nice lead. We got to just hold on to the lead. Yeah. We got plenty of stars. We'll make it. So, you know, he's going to go clean himself up and be back tomorrow. Now, AJ's fine. This was an appointment that was scheduled. There was no emergency. He just had to be gone. So we'll continue to give other reasons, the real reasons, as we come back from break. If you pay any attention on the social media, there's this movement afoot, and I see 3 or 4 or 5 influencers, and depending on your media, your social media of choice, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, X, wherever it might be, TikTok. And these influencers they're normally cross channels. They're normally on 2 or 3 of those 5, wherever you might land. So I bet you've seen them just like I have. And it's these Gen Xers who like to compare themselves and talk about the younger generations, the Gen Zs, the millennials, and how guys like us, people like me that were raised in the 80s and 90s, why we're better. And I do believe we're better. Do you?
I do.
I think that we were raised in a way that created more well-rounded human beings. And we're responsible as those that raised the next generation. We didn't raise them the way that we were raised because, quite frankly, we weren't raised. We were free-range chickens.
Yeah, we raised ourselves.
We raised ourselves. Yeah. I mean, we didn't really have any basis on how we knew that we didn't like the way, well, we didn't mind the way we were raised, but we didn't have parents to show us, you know, to go to practices, to do all those things. We were just like, just go be home when the street lights come on. do your homework, don't get in trouble, and you can do whatever the hell you want. That's kind of how we were raised, and I think because of that, we don't get bothered by those little annoying things that the next generations just can't get over. We're like, what's the problem here? Why are you annoyed by this? Things like,
I'll give you one.
How about, okay, what?
First of all, like when the power goes out in the house, you know, for like storm or whatever, and we have no power. There's no TV, no cell phone. If the phone's dead, cell phone's dead because, you know, you can't charge it.
You didn't know to charge it.
I'm fine.
I can get by, man.
I can totally get by, you know. And meanwhile, my daughter's panicking, going, don't you have a portable charger somewhere?
Stimulate me, entertain me. I might have to go sit in the car and charge my phone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she did. Like, she went in, started her car, plugged in her phone, and hung out there. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying the quiet.
It's funny you bring it up, and that's the first thing on the list.
Yes.
We were pretty good at being bored. We got bored. We figured something else.
I forgot my phone for the restroom one time, and I'm fine. I don't get up and waddle up to go get my phone. I just sit there and go, okay,
I'll be all
go.
Right. I will make it. I will overcome this small obstacle. That doesn't annoy us, but I watch the younger generation like, my God, what a difficult life you must have. The other one is negative comments on social media. I don't give a crap. It doesn't affect me in the least.
I just look. I don't comment or anything or post.
I don't care. I don't look. Whatever you want to type means absolutely nothing to me. Because in my generation, I look at this as it's not real.
Right? It's all fake anyway.
I don't know who you are. I will never see you to your face. Say whatever the hell you want. It does not affect me in the least.
Yep.
In fact, the harder you come at me, the funnier I find it. I mean, I don't live a life out on social media. I live the same life most people do. And everybody gets negative stuff. It's certainly, I never think about, I got to pull that down. I can't believe they said that. My gosh, it's ruined. That has never crossed my mind, though it happens here. Here's the other one. What about unexpected phone calls? The phone call that just like somebody reached. Do you? And I'm gravitating toward the next generation. But for most of us, the phone rings. You answer the phone. The phone rings. For those of us that grew up without caller ID, that you never knew, the phone rang, you answered the phone, you found out who was calling. And then caller ID came, you still answered the phone. You just know who it was before they were calling you. Now, I can't remember the last time I called someone and they answered. Not my wife or kids, just a random person. When was the last time you go, I need to talk to that guy or that person, and you called them and they answered? I just expect when I call that they're going to see my number.
Right.
I don't even leave a message, that they're going to call me back. Just like you should expect my kids, when you call them, they're never going to answer. Well, my kids tend to answer, especially if they want money. But for the most part, if you're going to call me and you're a peripheral friend, not in my circle, but a person that I work with, and there might be something going on, don't expect me to answer, though I was raised to answer those. My kids, if it's somebody they don't know, they'll never answer. They'll probably never listen to the voicemail, never call you back. The only way you're going to contact them is through texting. If you don't text, there is no communication because they're not going to answer the phone, and they're certainly not going to listen to a voicemail. It's easier to drop a DM than it is to actually text.
Yep.
That's this one. All right. Background noise and loud people. As a child that was raised in the 70s and 80s, noise was just part of our life.
The fan noise is number one.
Noise everywhere.
Yeah.
Noise. Just noise.
I need a fan on to this day for that noise to put me to sleep.
I think we were raised on our own, so we were around a lot more people. We were amongst our friends out and about. There was always noise.
Yeah, there was always
noise.
Always.
We were never sitting alone in our room. And normally, if you walk by and they're sitting alone in the room is still quiet. Every player has their own headphones on, but the room's quiet. And then if you walk in and somebody isn't playing the video game, they can't stand it if it's quiet. They can't stand the noise. Me, I find solace in the noise. The noise I need. I don't even have a problem with crying babies.
I do.
Do they?
They're my grandkids, but
I mean,
but
your
back
kids.
then,
but
yeah, I get it.
And I know you haven't flown recently.
Yeah, no.
I don't. I can phase. I can silence a crying baby. Now I certainly don't want it sitting next to me. But you know how some people like they hear a crying baby 5 feet behind them on a flight. Kids shouldn't fly.
Yeah. Hey man, that's a flex. That is a flex.
I can phase
that's
that
real
out.
hard to do.
No, I am perfectly capable of turning that into background noise. It doesn't bother me a bit. Not even in the least. Now there is one thing that we all share in common. That I think every one of us now. This one they're applying to this generation, but I think that's me too. Unexpected visits. Somebody just shows up at your door.
We were used to that growing up.
Yeah, I mean that was common.
They just pop. You just see them. You know, you hear literally the doorbell, the dog barking, and you're curious.
Like, hey, somebody came to see us. Let's all walk out there.
And we were excited. Somebody's here.
And you had something saved for company.
Yeah.
You had special stuff saved for when the company came over.
You're right.
And I know a lot of comedians do the bit, but it's true. Now the doorbell rings and everybody freezes.
Yeah.
Like, shh.
Or the ring goes off and you're like,
wait,
shh. And the dogs are ruining it.
Or if I look at if the ring goes off and it's not the Amazon guy, now the ring goes off for me and it's the Amazon.
Oh no, it's somebody standing there with a clipboard. Like, who are you?
Everybody freeze. We're not answering the door.
I don't see a badge.
So I think that's the one thing that has kind of crossed generations is nobody answers the door anymore.
Doesn't say ice, so we're good. Well, at least for me.
Did you feel, now this one I don't agree with.
Okay, what is it?
The pressure to be cool.
I don't care.
Well, now you don't because we're of age.
Yeah.
But I think that's never changed.
No, I think back then it was, I think it was a part of thing. Like you wanted to be part of something. You wanted to be cool with something. I mean, I remember growing up, I was a drummer. I thought it was cool to play drums back then.
We aspired, because our circles were smaller, to be cooler in our circle than in the bigger thing.
Yeah, it wasn't the whole thing. It was 2 or 3 friends of ours, and then I got into bike freestyling. You know, made my mom get me. I think I was in my sophomore year in high school. Got a Hutch Pro Raider, which was a $300 bike back then. Yeah. And she also got me a drum set from Kurt Scott's Drum City back on Paramvidal. So it was the circle that we had. And of course, I went to private school in St. Gerard, and you had the rich kids that, drove in Mustangs. And then I remember one had a Pontiac, a brand new Pontiac. And then here I am in my 78 Ford Chevy.
Hey, you were driving.
I was there.
You were a rich kid to us.
I had a drum set in the back, but it's just what it was.
I think that because of social media, everybody sees you, and it's harder to be cool when you have a small circle. Hey, man, we all do this together. This is all we know.
Yeah.
The last one is unexpected cancellations. I love when I don't know why. If we have a schedule, like we're going to do a night out, we're going to meet a couple someplace else. And
that happened to me recently.
And they call and say, we can't make it for whatever reason.
I was so relieved.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
Like now I can do what I want.
Yeah. My whole attitude changed to, yes, I get to be by myself here at home. Don't have to deal with people. And it would have been nice to go, but let's put it off till next month.
Especially if it's been a long day, like, I got to go eat. I'm going to dinner with the mundanes, and the mundanes called, and they're canceled. Thank God. Now I can do what I want. The next generation, they get canceled. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Now
they can't make plans on the fly.
They will just still go somewhere.
And
right?
we're still capable, our generation, of saying, meet me at 8 o'clock there, and never talking to them again. Never texting, never waiting to see if they got there first.
Right.
Meet me at 8 o'clock, name the spot, we'll find each other. We don't have to text again. Our generation is capable of actually doing that. Like, we'll just meet me at a spot. I don't need to talk to you again. I trust that you're going to show up, and we'll find each other wherever it is. Then this generation has lost it completely.
Dave's not here.
Who is it? Seriously. You call and cancel on me, I am psyched. Thank you. You've blessed me with my own freedom. And the thing is, I'm already ready to go do something. Now I get to do it exactly the way I want to do it. We've got it easier. That's the mentality I was raised with, man.
You're right.
Don't trust anybody over 40 and make do. You'll be fine. You don't need any help. You don't need any help staying with us either. Coming back, Spurs are on the flight. Well, they're heading up to Minneapolis today. Anything changed in the 24 hours? What needs to happen next? And can we expect the consistency that we've seen in the every other game to finally go to every game? We're going to talk about how they win, and what they got to do to get there coming up next. This is the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How you feeling this morning? Did you wake up fully activated, as the kids would say? Ready to go attack the day without anything painful keeping you out of it? If that's you, congratulations. Carry on. But eventually something's going to hurt. You're going to deal with pain, and it's going to keep you out of your daily, and it'll make you miserable. And if you're living that life today, man, I can identify. I've had lower back issues most of my adult life until I discovered Arosty. First time I I hobbled into Arosty dealing with that lower back twinge that had kept getting me over and over and over. And I knew the old prescription was, just lay your ass on the ground for a month and you'll feel better. I walked in, stumbled into Arosty. A week and a half later, I was back in the game. 4 visits got me going again, and I've been an Arosty patient ever since. If you're dealing with pain, soft tissue injuries, sprains or strains, those lower back issues I talked about, frozen shoulders, bad hips, all those things Arosty can fix, and fast. Here's the great thing about Arosty. You get this great treatment. You get full evaluations. You get fixed fast, and you don't need a referral to go. And on top of all that, of course they accept most insurances. Write this number down, 1-800-404-6050. The website is Arosty.com. Go there for a map. There's Arosty providers all around San Antonio. They're so popular. They're adding new ones all the time. I bet there's an office less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Listen, don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Arosty. Let them fix you. When they do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling slowly. 281 southbound Stone Oak getting reports of an accident. 35 upper level northbound at Alamo downtown. That's a stall. It's now off to the shoulder. Another stall, I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson, right shoulder blocked. On 90 eastbound from 211 over to Nogalitos. That's going to take you about 30 minutes to get through. 15-minute ride, 1604 northbound Calabria up to Hausman, and 35 southbound Schwab Road on down to 410. 10-12 minutes. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Hartford Auto Insurance.
Wait until you hear this. You could save hundreds by switching to AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford. Visit trusthartford.com. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
San Antonio, the Gunslingers are back at Freeman Coliseum Saturday, May 16th at 4 p.m. for our Star Wars game against the San Diego Strike Force. Lightsabers, touchdowns, and indoor football action. Tickets on sale at sagunslingers.com. May the 16th be with you.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Yesterday, we found out the Houston Texans are going across the pond to take on the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium in London on Week 6. And finally, in other NFL news, the Miami Dolphins and former Texas A&M running back Devon Achane signed a new deal that extended him 4 years, $68 million. Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers won last night 6-5 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Cal Quantrill with the win.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you think the physicality has been reffed out of this series? Do you think that the refs in the last game have planted their flag? The Spurs are going to be allowed the freedom of movement that was promised during the regular season? And the last game showed that we're not going to let you do it no more. Rudy?
What was the percentage? 11% more calls? Is that what it was?
According to the study, there's been 11% more whistles called than in other playoffs, when most people believe that the playoffs they stop blowing the whistle. I beg to disagree that the more whistle, just because they're blowing the whistle more doesn't mean it's not more physical. It is more physical. Yeah. Players are playing to the whistle. What I mean by that, a professional player will play to the line that you draw and then see if they can push that line even further.
Right. They just need to know what the line is.
Yeah. And the line varies according to the series. And in this NBA series, in the Spurs series with the T-Wolves, the refs have been kind of, at least for the first 5 games, have been kind of letting teams.
It's the same refs each game, right?
No, different refs.
Different refs.
Different refs, different crews. And even the crews change. There might be these 3 refs. Just because these 3 refs did our game doesn't mean those 3 refs then go land someplace else. There's a lead ref and then some other guys that they plug them in. So they vary that because they don't want – they're trying to avoid this, where this guy is this kind of ref and this is how this are going to – if you've got 3 different refs, they don't always work together. Then they kind of vary. You don't know what to expect, I think, is the plan. But the fact is, everybody knows how every ref refs. You get them. Every ref does 82 games. We watch them do. They do that many games. We know who they are, and there's scouting reports on refs too, and that's why they wait to announce that on game day, because there's things that some refs let you do and others don't. But the fact is, when you look at this series, do you think that what we saw the other night, the way that the game was reffed, and they were much more apt to blow a whistle on early contact in the last game than they were in any of the previous ones. Steph Castle had 3 fouls in the first quarter and a half because of that. And so we paid the price, but the fact is they called a tight whistle, and they allowed the Spurs to get out and run. And when the Spurs get out and run and do the things that they're good at, it's really difficult to beat them. And then you add in the Wemby scenario, and it's impossible to beat them. Do you expect that to happen in Minneapolis? I don't, and I don't think you should. I think that the home has its benefits, and some of it will be you get the momentum of the crowd, and that affects the refs, and you're going to be able to do the stuff that you want to do. That is the test for tonight. Tomorrow night. The hardest thing to do in professional basketball, and I say professional sports, is to close a team out on their home
court.
It's
You're right.
just you have 100 things against you, and then you've got the bias of not tonight. Guys,
it makes it better, though, in a way.
No, it's the glory of beating a team on the road. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than shutting a gym down. That's the best. That is the sole greatest feeling as a player for me. I loved playing on the road far more than I did at home. Home's fun. On the road, leaving to a quiet crowd.
Right.
When the crowd is so quiet that you can hear your huddle late in the game, there's no better feeling than watching a shot or hitting the shot that shuts everybody up. Yeah, that's the best feeling. And that's obviously the feeling going to be chased tonight. Do you think that the Spurs took the will of the T-Wolves? Do you think that game, because it was so one-sided,
sucked out the aura?
Do you think that there's anything? And I'm not talking about anything left in the first quarter. I'm not talking about anything left in the second quarter. Yeah. I'm talking about the end of the third, end of the fourth, where you're not quite there, and you know the effort that it's going to require to go win it. You know that you can win it. But you know that to go win this game, you and at least two other dudes are going to have to do something extraordinary. Do you think they still have that? And I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. But you know what? I know they get discouraged when they think they're shooting a very high arc shot and Wemby still blocks it.
Oh.
You know, like he's got a 9-foot something wingspan like when he's trying to block a shot. You know, it's really, really. When I look at it, it was like, man, how did he? Are you kidding me? Well, but in a good way.
That's
but like,
why.
Wow.
And you brought up where I was going.
Yeah.
Because not only do the Spurs bring this, we don't know what we don't know kind of attitude with all these young guys, where we're just playing and playing well. The Dylan Harper's, the Dylan Harper, the way he plays in a playoff game is the way that he played in the gym 3 years ago when he was in high school. I mean, it doesn't affect him. He's just playing ball.
He's just playing ball the way he knows how. Way he knows how.
Yeah, that's just his mentality, and that's one of the reasons I think the Spurs are where they are. Mm-hmm. But that's the separator for tomorrow night. Is the Spurs, I think, one is they don't know what they don't know. Two, they have beaten the Timberwolves at their own game. And three, while I do expect the game to get a little bit more physical than it was in San Antonio, or at least the allowance of that, the Spurs have weathered those storms too. When we talked about those little lessons learned earlier, the Portland series where they had to deal with their own physicality and they kept coming back from huge deficits. Mm-hmm. You know, there was a couple times they were down by, 15, 20, and they came back from that. I think that little lesson carried them into this series. That, you know, it doesn't matter how far we are behind or ahead. We know what it takes to win. We just got to do that. And when they just do that, and Dylan Harper's so good at that, you know, deficits or even Steven with 3 or 4 minutes to go in the third, they don't worry about it. Where I think Minnesota, the Wemby effect then comes to play, where not only do we have to beat this young team that doesn't know what they don't know, we're going against a guy that single-handedly alters every possession on both sides of the court. And that's the separator. Spurs, even in the third, it used to be a nightmare. You're like, oh, no, we're going to collapse in the fourth. Now, I look forward to being close in the fourth. Mm-hmm. I look forward to it. I want to be in a situation where I've got a guy like Wemby who is indefensible, and I've got another guy like Dylan Harper who's going to make the shot, or certainly isn't afraid to take it, who's going to get to the rim.
Don't fall for the rage bait.
And certainly isn't afraid to go in there and get it. And then you look at stone-faced killer Steph Castle, and he is a stone-faced killer.
Yes, he is.
You look at those dudes that their face just freezes, and the only thing that
no
moves
emotion,
is their eyes.
Yeah.
Look out for those fools.
You can't tell.
The more different, when things get crazy and they get real still, that's Steph Castle. Just cold-blooded killers. That's the thing that we have learned about this team in this series, those little lessons that sometimes are more difficult learned. The Spurs have learned them on the fly without having to suffer too much, and here they sit. Going up tomorrow night, it's obvious. What do you go? What's the Minnesota game plan to win? Well, get Wemby out of the game. That's first and foremost.
And then if they can't do that,
you don't win.
You don't win.
You don't win. You have to get Wemby out of the game.
Now, the Spurs have won without Wemby.
Yes.
But not every game, obviously.
And even without him, they've had to scratch. I mean, Minnesota walked out of both the games without him. One tossed, one concussed, and we're lucky to be alive. I mean, they knew the difference was his absence. So You can take him out of the game physically. You can try to just beat him up. You can take him out of the game and hope that he's drawn enough fouls to where he has to sit and watch. Or you can take him out of the game and just make him not effective. Do you think that the Minneapolis will be able to do any of those three things? One, I think the refs are stacked against him. They're not going to do that. They realize the draw that he is becoming. And two, I don't think Wemby is ever going to put himself in that situation again where he loses his cool. It's funny how much that humiliated him. Mm-hmm. You know, most guys like Draymond, those other dudes that do the kind of the outlandish.
Like they did it on purpose.
They take great pleasure and kind of laugh at it. Like, yeah, I lost my cool on that one.
Yeah. Sorry.
The half-ass sorry. I got the sense that Wemby was genuinely embarrassed that he lost his cool. That it wasn't about hurting his team, which it did hurt him, and he knew he hurt him. But I think the humiliation was, I lost my zen, and I can never let anybody lose my zen.
That's just not him.
Hey, don't lose yours. We got more zen to offer, and it's not the one with the nicotine and caffeine. It's real zen. Hold on, we got 94.1. You're on San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a travel day for your San Antonio Spurs as they head to Minnesota for Game 6. We'll hear from some of those Spurs players before they get on the plane, and we'll talk some football with the General, John McClain. He'll join us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best they can. And they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. But hurry, deadlines to file end this week. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Hello. My name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease. Control is everything to me. Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
I wonder if the wives bringing the strippers, are they like the low life strippers? Or are they the actual high quality strippers? What? Well, I mean, there's a difference. At least my experience back in the day. There's a difference.
With low life strippers or high quality strippers? Which do you prefer?
That's obvious.
It's not, because there's times you can be really cheap.
I don't think it matters. Does it?
I mean, does it?
It didn't back in the day. It's been a long time since I've been in a strip club, but back in the day, yeah, I think
they have one arm or two, an eye patch.
That was a quality stripper.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up. The play just got run in by the fat guard. I'm Rob. I'm bringing into play. AJ gone for the day. He'll be back tomorrow. Who schedules your testosterone treatment right in the middle of the show?
Him.
You had to go get a little boost, a little something for the weekend. Yeah. A little B12 shot.
Well, he's going to go back to the gym, right, to take revenge on the toe cutter or whatever.
His kick the dude in the face. We got a few.
That's funny.
Got another hour left. You know the U.S. Open's going on right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Let me see.
They've teed it off. They're up in Aerodynamic. First of the PGA right now, a guy named Jager's leading.
Jager, Cauley, and Smith.
As we look at the PGA going on right now, the livers are there, and I wonder what it's like in the locker room when all those guys are showing up off the live tour to play in this, and their choice is crumbling beneath their feet. I wonder if you bring it up to those dudes, like, hey, you ever going to see any of that money you signed for? That $250 million contract you signed, you going to get any of that? Those Saudis going to pay for you? We got that in the Preakness. 2 events going on this week that no one cares about.
Yeah.
I mean, the least they could have brought the Kentucky Derby champion across the board. Yeah, we'll be talking about the race tomorrow with Dick Girardi, our in-house expert.
Yeah, he'll be calling about 8:30, I believe.
Coming back, will people just shut up about embarrassing our city? We can celebrate the right way.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling slowly. 281 southbound Stone Oak getting reports of an accident. 35 upper level northbound at Alamo downtown. That's a stall. It's now off to the shoulder. Another stall I-10 eastbound Vance Jackson, right shoulder blocked. On 90 eastbound from 211 over to Nogalitos. That's going to take you about 30 minutes to get through. 15-minute ride, 1604 northbound Calabria up to Hausman, and 35 southbound Schwab Road on down to 410. 10-12 minutes. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. We mean business.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Pool days call for cookouts and lots of laundry. This Memorial Day at Lowe's, save $80 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill. Now just $199. Plus, get up to 45% off select major appliances to keep dishes, clothes, and food fresh. Having fun in the sun is easy with us in your corner. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See associate or Lowe's.com for details.
Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on the corner of Nacogdoches and Warsbach Parkway, serving up authentic Mexican food packed with flavor. From sizzling plates and fresh tacos to unbeatable lunch specials every day. Plus, join the Blitz live this Thursday, May 21st. See you there.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NBA last night, the Cleveland Cavaliers overcame a 9-point deficit with 3 minutes to go to take the game to overtime and finally win it, 117-113. James Harden had 30 points in the win. Cavaliers are now 3-0 in Game 5s in franchise history and taking the game back to Cleveland for Game 6. In the NFL, the schedule release continues to dribble out and finally will be completely released tonight at 7 o'clock. You can hear it live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, huddle up. We got a lot to get into. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ has hit the bricks. He had to go get one more of his hair transplant injections.
And change his chones.
He's going to change his chones, and we'll be back here in full force tomorrow. And when you see him tomorrow, ask him why he's wearing that hat. What's he covering up?
Yeah,
what's he hiding
out there?
That's Victor Brown.
Hola, hola. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, all. It is 9:02 in the blessed AM on what we like to call a small Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as the Spurs win, there are certain things we expect in a playoff night and playoff morning. The playoff night after a win, we celebrate appropriately. We hit the streets
appropriately.
Well,
yeah.
We hit the streets and we go honk and we celebrate. The tradition started in '99.
That's correct.
Going honking, but really,
It was just downtown. I don't remember.
99 was interesting. 2003 is when it began. 2003 is when we started to perfect the celebration.
We were stuck. I participated that year. We were stuck on I-37. We just got out and we walked on the highway and realized this is what the highway looks like.
I was by 99. I was peripherally employed in radio. I was part of it. By 03, I was fully immersed. And when we won, commerce went bananas. And it's been pretty consistent ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
And now commerce seems to be like the adult table. Like those that did it back in 03, 23 years later, we're back down on commerce. And Military Drive is now like the kiddie table.
Is full of Edgars and Marbach.
Lots of Edgars, you're right.
No, it is.
Lots of Edgars, lots of twerking, lots of different kind of celebrating.
Yeah.
And it's well documented. What's bothering me is everybody settled down about embarrassing San Antonio. They're not embarrassing us. Are you embarrassed by what you saw?
Mm-mm.
I kind of going to go, but did you die? Did you die?
Did you die?
Has anybody? I mean, have we had a few arrests?
Okay, pouring gas on the street. I think that's a little.
Have we celebrated a little much? Yes.
The fireworks. Screw it.
Kind of genuinely badass. I'm not going to lie. Kind of badass.
That. Yeah.
But I mean, all in all, now I've seen have they? Has there been a little bit of destruction of both public and private property? Yes, there has.
I've seen them tag the U-Haul.
Has there been some tagging? Mm-hmm. Yes, there has.
And then the guy with the portable leaf
blower. That's puro.
Yeah.
Continue to do that, brother.
Whatever it takes.
Bring your lawn implements and celebrate appropriately.
Start a lawnmower and just run into the back.
I'm not embarrassed. I don't feel the need to say, hey, you guys down on Military, you're embarrassing me. No, I think it's kind of cool. I want the rest of the country to go, this is how we celebrate. And we haven't even won anything yet.
I know. We just won like a series, a game series.
I mean, we've won a
game.
A series. We've won an series. Now, we've won 7 games and have celebrated kind of the same way at all 7.
Right. Like, so we won the Portland series and then just winning one Minnesota game. It's the same celebration level, you think, right?
My only advice is I love what you're doing. You're not embarrassing me, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Edgars. You're not embarrassing me. Just know that we've got don't deface stuff. That's silly.
And don't leave your basura and your trash everywhere.
Do your best. But, don't break anything. Don't burn anything other than something that'll just burn out. Yeah. And you got to have a place to go. You have to have a next step. You don't have, if it becomes, this is where we get scared, because once they get bored with just the stuff they've already done, that's when the weird stuff start happening. That's when they start breaking into liquor stores and cleaning out the electronic shop. That's when we go to the full-on rioting and pillaging, which, in all honesty, and they haven't done that. They haven't. These kids aren't. Now, yes, have they spray painted some words on buildings and U-Hauls? Yes, yes, they have. Have they dispersed a variety of black powder-driven projectiles, whether it be fireworks or bullets? Yes, yes, they have.
And they've
stop
done
that. Stop shooting guns, kids.
And then leaving donut marks in the streets by just doing donuts. That's fun. But
I'm going to wink at that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But did you die?
But as long as you know what you're doing, and if you've done it before, don't try it for the first time.
Yeah, this isn't your first spot. But
yeah.
I'm not embarrassed. Yeah. I'm not. And I keep seeing people that.
I'm actually pretty proud of it.
Yeah, man, they're out there. And if you don't like that, just know, as it's one of those things on the San Antonio things that you just know.
Yeah. It's
just know after the Spurs play and win, don't go on Military.
Nope.
Don't.
Or downtown.
But, downtown again.
More calm, yeah.
Commerce the downtown honking has become the adult table.
Right.
Know that you'll drive in circles and people are going to be honking. You might see some twerkers.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see somebody unloose 800 Roman candle shots right on the middle of commerce.
There's nowhere to run.
Yeah, there's nowhere to run.
Yeah,
so if
the cops on the bike are going to get you.
So that's and because of that, it feels like that's boring. It's not boring. It's fun. It's just not what's going on military.
Right. There's more tortas on military.
There's some muffin tops running around. There's some tortas. There's some.
Yeah. There's none on Commerce.
So they're down there, and they're not embarrassing us.
Nope.
I don't think they are. Now, are they a little exuberant? Yes. Mm-hmm. Have they taken a few more liberties than they should? Yes, they have.
Yes.
And we need to address that. But on the other side of it, the police have been relatively cool. Yeah. I think our cops have been very, very well. I mean, they're letting things go to a limit, obviously.
Right. They're a little more lenient, but there is a line.
And I request the cops know where that line is, and once they cross it, take them down. Officer, I suggest you use the rubber hose. But up until that point, which we have not crossed. Now, don't bring your gas can and light the intersection of Roosevelt and Military Drive on fire. Don't do that. Save that for the championship night. Save that for June. But I keep seeing people that I respect around our city saying, "Stop, embarrassed." I'm not embarrassed. I'm kind of proud. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of proud that I know that when we win, look out, the celebration's coming. Yeah. And that's the key. It's always been about the celebration. There's even on military, it's not anger. Have there been fights? Yes. Mm-hmm. You get a bunch of teenage boys together, no matter the age or location in this city, there's going to be a fight.
There's going to be a fight.
There's going to be a fight. There's a lot of youthful testosterone bouncing around. Mm-hmm. But all in all, I have not been embarrassed, humiliated. Edgar, go to work, baby. Just know that leave a place to go. I'm not saying act like you've been here before, because the people rolling down on military, they ain't been here before. If you are driving on military after a win, you better not have been alive the first time we did this in 2003. You're not allowed to participate. If you're you better be under 23. You better, if you can just barely remember 2016, if you could, or 2014, if you barely remember it 12 years ago, that's all. It's just I was a child and I kind of remember it. You're allowed to roll. But if you remember a game, if you're old enough to remember anything that happened in the 2014 series, you're not allowed on Military Drive. You have to go drive on Commerce. Let the kids have military. That's the kids' table. And let them act appropriately. Now, cops do your job. Don't let them go too crazy. But I'm not embarrassed. Never have been. This is one of those truly unique things about San Antonio that let's let foster and let's set a tradition. And let the unks, the OGs, kind of regulate this, like go so far, but anything more than that, we're not going to do it. And if it's too much for you, if you don't want to see somebody twerking out of a pickup with Roman candles coming out the windows and air blowers hanging out of pickups, don't go to military. Don't go. No, it's a different kind of party. Up on Commerce, you can politely honk and wave, and people will run out to your car and give you a free orange concha, and we all have a good time. But if you want this, you're packing some Roman candles you want to let loose, and you got a girl with you who's now already hanging out and hadn't even started partying, head down to military. Celebrate appropriately. I'm not embarrassed. I might be embarrassed for you, but I'm not embarrassed as a city. I like it. I want you to go continue to do it. But again, leave yourself a place to go. You got to be able to escalate it, or what the hell are you going to do if and when we win this thing? That's when we start getting the pillaging. That's when there's just nowhere left to go other than to go steal a TV out of the store. That's where we don't want to go.
That's the next thing.
We don't want it to go there. No. That's why you leave a place to go.
Yeah.
Save those Roman candles. You don't need to let them loose on a Tuesday night on the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can let those go game 3 of the finals. That's okay. But now it's a little early. Just twerk a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, don't waste them yet. Like, I get it. Like, no, but save them.
So, and the natural inclination is act like you've been there before. Well, most of us haven't been here before. Some of us lucky ones look back, and the ones that are my age are the ones that are the get off my lawn. Y'all are celebrating too rowdy. Shoot.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know.
I know I jumped into the river. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah.
But I did spend some time in the San Antonio River after a 2005 title.
Aha!
I have misstepped. I have embarrassed our city. I have celebrated inappropriately.
I was driving around I-37 stuck on there with my kids. They were real little, and we found a cat earlier that day, and we brought it along with us. And I have pictures of that.
Did
by
you
the
name
way.
the cat like Timmy or David or Tony?
No,
Manu?
The cat was named Luke.
Luke
from Star Wars. Yeah.
Or now it could be for Cornette.
Yeah.
See,
it could be
made
now.
full circle.
Yeah, made full circle, buddy.
So I will not now, nor will I ever, until there are injuries or mass arrests, say that that they're embarrassing me down there, because they're not. It makes for pretty cool video. And I would start inviting the international press.
There needs to be a website. Like if this look, there was a comment there. What's the over and under for the number of arrests if the Spurs win the championship?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we need a number.
Because, again, if you run out of things to do, that's when you start doing the illegal stuff. Because all the fun legal stuff you've already done, and you did it 2 weeks ago. Save your ammo. Don't bring your gas can out till Game 5. At
least
Game 5 of the finals. At that point, you can bring gas and you can light the intersection up. Just let us stop traffic, and we'll, you can light it.
Yeah.
And then we'll let it burn out.
Hypothetically, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we're not telling you to do it.
But don't break into anybody's store. They're Spurs fans too. Don't do that. Don't spray paint anybody's building.
Or somebody's car.
Mm-hmm. Don't unload your 38. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. There's plenty of black market fireworks to be had, but go set them off. I don't care. Be as loud as all get out. Go ahead and do that. But you're not embarrassing us. I'm not embarrassed. The most embarrassing thing that I've seen lately is people wearing like a Western Conference champion from 2004 or whatever it was. Like, dude, we didn't win anything that year. Stop that. Or Midwest Division title. Don't wear the non-title gear.
But like in Alexandra, if it wasn't for those knuckleheads, she wouldn't be employed. So shout out to them for keeping the jailers employed.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody needs a job. Everybody's got to put food on the table.
And, sometimes you just need a night in the cooler after a good celebration. I'm not, again.
Yeah, if you behave too much, then they don't need cops. So
don't hurt nobody. Yeah. Don't hurt nobody. You don't need to defame anything. You don't need to spray paint anything. You don't need to do that. But go have a good time. And I'm not embarrassed. Just leave yourself a place to go, a place to escalate, a way to make it even more fun if we finally get there. Hey, we're almost there here. I got the Daily Lines coming in about 30 minutes. Hey, coming back, I had a weird thing happen to me yesterday. Well, it started yesterday, then again this morning. That is probably one of the more disconcerting things in the modern era. We're talking about that next. It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a few trouble spots. Let's start on I-10 westbound at Ralph Fair. Right lane blocked with an accident. It's got you slow from Bernie Stage Road, Leon Springs area. On I-10 westbound at Roosevelt, south side, 2 left lanes blocked with an accident. 15-minute delay. Stop and go from Geevers. And on the north side at 281 southbound as you approach Stone Oak Parkway. That wreck is in the left lane. Stop and go from Bulverde Road. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out at number 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Memorial Day savings are on at Lowe's. Get Miracle Grow 0.75 cubic feet garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Plus, shop select 1.5 gallon red, white, and blue annuals hanging plants, 2 for $15. Valid through 5/27. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Craft beers, full bar, hard kombucha on tap, a handcrafted food menu, and massive LED screens. Attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
San Antonio, the Gunslingers are back at Freeman Coliseum Saturday, May 16th at 4 p.m. for our Star Wars game against the San Diego Strike Force. Lightsabers, touchdowns, and indoor football action. Tickets on sale at sagunslingers.com. May the 16th be with you.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or alawyerforus.com.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Kohl's has styles that make summer feel easy, even when faced with hard decisions like lounging at the pool or on the patio, grilling up a hamburger or hot dog, rolling down the windows or turning up the AC. Yeah, summer is full of tough choices. With 15% off outfits your family will love, getting dressed isn't one of them. Shop effortless looks at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer ends May 17th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a travel day for your San Antonio Spurs as they head to Minnesota for Game 6. We'll hear from some of those Spurs players before they get on the plane, and we'll talk some football with the General, John McClain. He'll join us at 5:15. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Hey, gather around. I'm watching
Watching what? What is
Sports Center, watching Kendrick flop around again. Kendrick Perkins, the flopper.
The flopper.
I'm sure he regretted the flip again.
So Cavs are up, 3-2. Wow.
Yawn.
Yeah.
Who cares? We know where the title lays. Mm-hmm. So you have an Apple phone.
Yes.
I have a Samsung. I have a Google operating system.
Okay.
And the difference is, with an Apple phone, you get a thing that says update coming. Do you want it?
Actually, I have it right now.
Like there's an update here. You can choose to,
mm-hmm.
or you can choose not to.
Yeah, same here. Mm-hmm.
With my Samsung, at some point I've given it permission just to update. Like if there's an update. If I'm on Wi-Fi, in between certain hours, I don't know. But I tend to wake up and my phone has been completely updated. And, I always know it's been updated because I have to log into my phone again. And things change. You'll open up an app that looked one way the day before, and for some reason it'll just change because you got a new app update. It just happens so much easier with the Google. I don't know if it's good or bad because I know that some people don't like updates on their Apple phone and don't want them for whatever reason and never download them or never update their phone. I don't know. That's not me. I like to have the latest and freshest and the fixes and all that. So yesterday I get into my car, and evidently I'd upgraded before, and it's one of those little things that changes that you notice for a second, and then you wonder why. Why did that change? The voice, my voice in my car went from a woman's voice, a very pleasing, comforting voice to a dude. And I didn't do anything to change it. So as is typical, I got in the car and I pressed the microphone button and I said, call somebody, call so-and-so. And out of nowhere, a dude's voice came in and it was startling. Like, is somebody in my back? I mean, which contact would you like? Well,
I still think your wife messed with it.
Who are you and what happened to Siri? Is she on vacation? Did she leave?
Where's the sexy woman voice?
I didn't get the memo that she was going to be gone. It was
funny.
It's disconcerting when the voice changes. And for those of you that have and use the dots and the pills and the talkable stuff in your house, and I was going to, whether it's Alexa or Siri or Bixby or whatever it is, I use Alexa at home. I use Alexa to turn on lights, turn off lights, to turn the air conditioning up, turn it down. I use Alexa to pick the TV channel, like turn on channel whatever, turn on the Spurs game. I use Alexa a lot. So it's a voice that you get used to. Did you notice about 6 weeks ago that her voice changed? That she became like younger and flirtatious out of nowhere? Do you use it? Vic, are you like, hey, Alexa, turn on the lights?
I never use it.
Our house is wired.
Yeah, remember, I'm a 70s baby, so it's more,
I love it.
I'd be fine with a rotary phone.
Well, no, dude, the only reason, it's great in that it saves effort.
Oh,
I mean, as a 70, the more I like to sit and stay still.
Yeah.
The Alexas of my life have become more and more important. I don't got to move to do anything.
Let's see. Yeah, I just like the old way.
Well, what I'm getting at is how that little change of voice was very disconcerting to me.
It made you uncomfortable for a minute.
It started with the old Alexa where, you used to, hey, Alexa, well, yada, yada, what's the weather? And you got like, this is the weather. And that was it. And then I heard the voice and I was like, did Alexa change? And Alexa, I responded. She goes, yes, do you like it? I'm like, whoa. Her voice changed. And how do I change the voice back? I didn't know I had the ability to change the voice. And if I can change the voice, do I want a woman or a man telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing?
I need a woman.
I do too.
I don't know why.
I like the woman.
Not to be a submissive to them, but I just rather, I don't want to have a guy in there.
And I certainly don't want a British dude.
Oh, it's like the guy from, what is it? What's that show? Just slipped my mind. Keep going. I'll remember.
Like a butler? Like Jeeves?
Lucifer. Who played Lucifer in the net? It's on Netflix right now.
I know the dude you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. Yeah.
I don't need that guy giving me directions. I don't need him telling me. I liked the soothing voice of a woman saying, coming up here, dear, take a right. I don't like the sir.
Yeah, Lucifer Morning, Tom Ellis.
So
Tom Ellis. Like if you sound like him with his accent.
Absolute disconcertion. Absolute. I mean, it's like somebody else riding around in the car with you, and I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for it, and I want to change it. So then I went to look to change it, and it doesn't have voices. It has colors. Like, do you want the black sound, or the green sound, or the yellow sound, or the orange sound? I don't know what that is. That's the 70s thing in me. I don't like the change, though. I like the advantage of having it. So for those of you who know how to change the Google voice, let me know. Let me know. Hey, we're about to round this thing. You know what we do every day? We do our best to give you the opportunity to use your gambling acumen to put some money in the bank. And what AJ has done for you has left. See, normally when this daily line stuff, because I'm not as big into the line stuff as he is. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. Have you noticed that, AJ?
Yeah, he's somewhat of a little bit more of a gambler than us.
He's one of those professional types that you don't want to play poker with. He's actually taken the time to send me his daily lines notes.
Ooh, that's gold.
That's
pure
like
gold.
Chicks in New York paying top dollar for this.
Yeah.
You guys are going to get it absolutely free, and it's only like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So if the daily lines are going to be here today, and they're coming directly from the source. Normally I just comment on that stuff because, I play the dailies. I play the daily fantasy stuff just as a sidebar to keep me interested.
Yeah.
But this is the gold. This is the stuff. I'm looking at it right here. This is where you're gonna
that
make
is
your bones.
that's the almanac.
Dimes.
That's the almanac, right? The almanac of Back to the Future.
Hey, we'll catch you up with the rest of the sporting world and offer you the daily lines in just a second. Please pay attention to our fine sponsors. They're very important to us. We'll be right back. It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
He had slung it on out there.
Naked pictures of his
Tommy Lee Schlong
business.
I don't know if Tommy Lee Schlong can type. Hi, Mr. Schlong.
Hi, John. I tell you, no, I can't type, no, but I can dictate.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to The John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If pain is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We target the source of your pain for fast, lasting relief. No pain pills, no surgery. Most patients notice results in just one visit. We accept most insurance plans, so getting help is easy. Don't wait. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Pros, save more on the materials you need to get the job done inside and out at Lowe's. Right now, get 10% off in-stock Trex Naturals decking, now available in more styles. Plus, get 15% off select custom entry, interior, and storm doors. Then, we'll deliver it all straight to your job site to help keep your jobs moving. Get the brands pros trust, priced right, and ready when you need them. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a data analyst.
Hey, what model did you use for these quarterly projections?
Astrology. If Mercury's in retrograde, sales tank. If Venus is rising, we crush Q4.
You built our revenue forecast off horoscopes?
Yeah, the Zodiac never lies.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own, there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama,
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Yesterday, we found out the Houston Texans are going across the pond to take on the division rival Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium in London on Week 6. And finally, in other NFL news, the Miami Dolphins and former Texas A&M running back Devon Achane signed a new deal that extended him 4 years, $68 million. Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers won last night 6-5 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Cal Quantrill with the win.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Happy Small Friday to you, if you didn't realize already. This is the Morning Huddle here on San Antonio Sports Star. Brigade Bar, I know we've kind of let you be. You've been kind of like the Gen X kids today, playing amongst yourselves, not causing any problems, but playing a huge role in the day. So we were talking about the voice in the Google voice. Mine changed. Mm-hmm. Vic, you came in. So
I did find it real quick.
Okay, so
it's through Waze. You can add a custom voice to navigation, most notably through Waze, which allows you to record your own voice or loved one's voice for driving instructions.
So I can have my wife?
Yes. And all you got, and I remember clicking on something like this, and you just have to read a page of 130 so odd words. Mm-hmm. And after you're done with that, it'll do its AI thing, and there it goes. Turn left here.
Back in the day, for those that don't know, I spent some time with EA Sports and did voice work with them in a lot of different ways. And this is long before AI. But when you play a video game, there are certain things that you hear in the background that they're called if-thens. Like if the pass is completely to the right, I would have to say certain things in the background. So you'd spend days, weeks, months.
Just recording.
And now with AI, all you got to do is give the syllable, and they'll piece it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But so there's a way for me, like a practical joke, I could get into my wife's phone if she uses Waze, and I could implant my voice on her directions, and likewise. So there's a way I could now drive, and my wife, no, not with me, I could get her to say, "Slow down."
Yeah. I'm forwarding you the link right now.
Because if it's going to be my wife, she has to act like my wife. Like, my wife will tell me to slow down. It doesn't, like, or.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. It's green. Don't tell me it's green.
My wife is just, she doesn't put on her seatbelt, so that ding is going off.
Oh, no, put on your seatbelt. I'll strap you in. Don't tell me it's green. Don't tell me to slow down. But Siri, if out of nowhere, if Siri with my wife's voice would just go, "Look out!" My wife would drive it and will just say, "Look out," and not tell me to look out where. Look out! If Siri will just give me the look out with her voice, or I could jump in and give my friendly driving advice to her. Now we're talking. I wonder if I guess I'd just have to give her the pronunciation sheet and say it was for some other project.
Yeah. Hey, can you read this real quick?
Or I need to get into her phone and have her down. I don't use Waze because I'm not that helpful. But I do use Google Maps, but I don't ever want to hear her at all. Not at all. Slow down. Light screen. Look out! So I'm looking at the numbers for Vegas on the upcoming Spurs series and the likelihood of them winning. And the likelihood, if in fact they do win, playing Oklahoma City. And some interesting stuff here. Right now, as we sit, the expectation is the Spurs have a 99% chance of beating the Timberwolves. 99, so you're saying. The Vegas, the market, the gamblers, the money, the dudes that are in the know, give the Timberwolves a legit 1% chance of beating the Spurs. Spurs have 2 to make 1. 2 games, 1 win, they carry on. And if they do, currently as we sit, the Spurs have a 25% probability of beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. So you're saying there's a chance. On the other side, the current odds imply a 71.4% probability of the Knicks beating the Cleveland Cavaliers if they played Cleveland. If the Knicks were to play Detroit, and Detroit was able to pull off a miracle, they would only have a 60% probability. If the Oklahoma City Thunder were to play the Timberwolves, those of the 1% you're saying there's a chance, the odds currently hold that Oklahoma City are much like San Antonio, a 99% chance of beating the T-Wolves. T-Wolves, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, thanks for playing.
They literally had him running around in circles. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Gobert. Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit of cold water on Spur fan. This is fun, and while at the same time I'm telling our military drive celebrants, our good kids doing fun stuff down a military drive, save something for the next game because you can't continue to escalate.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do it from jail.
Well, there's that, but Vegas and the money is telling us what we should maybe start to understand, that from this point on, at least in the next game or the next two games, the Spurs are a prohibitive favorite. Prohibitive favorite. The moment they step out of this series, they become the prohibitive dog. The suits, the money, the people that are following the dollars into their pocket are telling everybody, man, by the numbers sitting right now, what we've seen from Oklahoma City, which has been perfection. They haven't lost a game, and they're smoking teams. Spurs at their best at what they're doing right now, coming off a game that I don't think the Spurs can play any better. No, they can shoot better. As a team, we can make more shots.
Yeah.
But I don't think we can get ourselves in a position to take those shots any better. We had a bunch of open jump shots that we missed. We missed a bunch of layups, but we got the layup. We can't play much better than we did against the Timberwolves as far as scheme, application, and effectiveness of game plan and execution. Spurs can't do much better than they did at home, waxing a team like that by 30. We just can't play any better. Even after that, even after what everybody saw in Vegas and what we saw, the best example of Spurs basketball in 25-26, even with that, they give the Spurs a 25% chance of winning. That sucks. Whether you're wearing silver and black myopic glasses, that's some cold water to the face. I mean, and I think that AJ and I have done our best to prepare you for the fact that these first couple of rounds, while there have been some incidents and accidents, concussions and elbows, overt and covert foul calls, it's been relatively easy. This has not been a hard couple of series. We're about to come up against a team that not only matches us man for man, but is better than us at others. So maybe those guys down on military, those celebrants that were saying, hey, save a little bit, maybe you don't have to save it for that long. Do you buy the numbers, Vic? You like the 25%, or do you think that that's kind of an outlandish? And people are still looking at the Spurs like we looked at the Spurs a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it's hard to say because
we're inside the bubble. We've seen the changes. We've seen the things that we know need to happen to overcome the historical fact that you just don't do it the first time. You just don't. It takes the first try. OKC had to do it. Cleveland now is on that same road. They were almost there last year. They just need to overcome a couple stuff. The Knicks are obvious. They've been close a couple times. That they have gone through it and now understand what it takes. That now, what we know because we've been close enough to it is the difference is all the things that we've talked about that need to happen, either by accident, by genetics, or just sheer greatness. We've circumvented, overcome, jumped over, not even cared about those steps, those speed bumps that so many teams like that have run into in the past, that we're so close. 25% chance. Are you paying attention to the Spurs? Are you watching
I think it's more
Wemby
than that, yeah.
completely dismantle teams on his own? Are you, that changes everything in the past. All the teams that were going up that were learning and becoming, they never had a Wemby. They never had a dude
definitely changed the
that can do this. That can do it offensively, defensively, midcourt, half-court, three-point, layup, dunk, alley-oop, bring it up, pass it off, all those things. That's never been seen before. So I think that some of this Vegas stuff it's always been the past. You just don't win it the first time, especially against a defending champion who's been winning easily without their second-best player, who's expected to be ready to play against you. It just doesn't happen. Well, I think because we've been so close, I'm starting to put away some of those things, and I've been a hard sell. I still believe at their best, at what we saw, I'm kind of closer to Vegas than I am San Antonio Homer, that no matter how good we have been, no matter what we have seen, we haven't seen them. And Vegas says, at our best, given what we've seen now, 25% chance. I'd put a few dollars on it, but I'm not sure. And then to throw them off, I would very secretly have Wemby be the voice on their ways. Just very secretly put him in there so when they were looking for directions, Wemby would give him the wrong one. Take a left.
Or if you hate the person, put Coach Mitch.
Yeah.
Turn right over here. Take a right up here. Poor Coach, man.
Dude.
He yells too much.
Gargle.
That's how I sound after babysitting the grandkids. I'm yelling all the time. They get into everything.
Salt, warm water, little lemon, little honey.
All right.
Little bourbon.
You just want to give them a little hot toddy, right?
Just a little. Man, it's an insider's trick from me to you.
It works, buddy.
But have him on your ways.
Execute, turn right. All in all, we've been quite happy with the drive.
Oh, my God.
Got here early.
We're going to get you out just on time, and we're going to do it the right way, giving you the opportunity to go win some money from your chosen book of choice, whether legal or illegal. The daily lines are just across the chasm that we call the next break. We'll be right back. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is bring your appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit NovoBrew.com.
Rich Eisen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payments sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215-215. That's SPARK to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
O'Reilly! Save money on your next full synthetic oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $35.95. We can recommend all the oil change supplies you need. Shop your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Spring is here, and in South Texas, that means storms, wind, rain, and hail. If you've been hit by a storm or think you have damage, now is the time to contact Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. Don't put your trust in an out-of-town storm chaser. Stevens Roofing is a family-owned, locally based company who will be here for years to come. The team at Stevens Roofing and Solar will give you peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Call 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
My name is Emma. I am 13 years old. 6 years ago, I was injured in a car accident that left me paralyzed from the waist down. Once I completed rehab, my mom applied for a Canine Companion service dog. Last January, I finally got to meet my service dog, Marcia. We quickly developed a very strong bond. Together, we go to my horseback riding lessons, school band practice, swim meets, and archery classes. Together, we pick vegetables, and we like to cut flowers. I love Marcia. She makes me feel like together we can do anything. I can't imagine life without her. She's a part of the family. We are just one of the thousands of teams Canine Companions has paired together over the past 50 years. With your help, we can continue for another 50. Visit canine.org to see the many ways you can change lives.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
One last time into the breach here on the Morning Huddle. AJ took a powder about 2 hours ago, just up and disappeared, ran screaming into the dawn.
Yeah, KBB took over. Been kind of quiet.
He's deep water runs still. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He operates under the premise, better to be thought a fool than speak and prove it.
Wise words from Rob Thompson.
That's why I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I am going to put my voice on my wife's.
I'm telling you, man.
Ways.
Yeah.
That might be one of the single greatest practical jokes of all time.
You're going to sneak around the house and see where she is, and she's taking a nap. You're going to go out to...
Just randomly scream, look out!
That'd be great, man.
And just give you polite help that you don't need. Watch that car behind you. What do you mean, watch the car behind me? He's behind me. How am I going to watch the car? The little helpful hints that my wife has given me over these years. That car's got his brake lights on. Lights green.
Yeah, lights green.
Slow down!
Yeah. My wife does that to me. I'm impatient. I'm totally impatient. Light turns green. 3-4 seconds go by. She still hadn't moved.
And then, the other helpful things, like my wife will tell me the speed limit. It's 35 here.
Oh, yeah.
65 here. Thanks for the help. If Siri could jump in and if I could jump in or she could jump in and be that Siri voice, and you could have the helpful guidance that your wife provides when you drive all the time. That's the gift that will forever give.
Man.
If I had that, I would just come home and be mad at her.
And you got to change the password to where she can't change it.
Yeah, it'd have to be permanent. But if you had it and my wife was giving me driving directions all the way home, I'd be mad when I walked in and saw her. I'd already be upset with her.
Nice.
It's green. It's green. It's late. It's yellow. Slow down. You don't get directions. You just get orders. It's green. Look out! All right, let's do what we do every day. Look out! We call it the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Well, as is typical on days like this, it's kind of light in the loafers. We don't got a lot. No NBA tonight. I don't even know what to begin on. I feel like maybe I should gamble on, put some money on my favorite new series to watch. Or maybe it'll be a serial killer podcast. The Mariners are going on at the Astros today. It's going to be a businessman special there in Houston. 1 o'clock first pitch. Castillo up on the mound for Seattle. He's 0-4 with a 6.57 ERA. Some dude named Burrows pitching for the Astros. Mike, 2-4. Let's see what we're sitting at. Mariners are plus 125. Houston minus 150. I don't see any fun there. Then that's all for baseball for us that I care about. In the NHL, the late night game, Golden Knights and the Ducks. Another reason to stay up if you're a new hockey fan. The Golden Knights have a 3-2 series lead. Minus 115 favorite. AJ always talks about the once mighty Ducks. I think are they coming back to new prominence? 3-2. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Going down the rest of the baseball world, the Rockies and the Pirates are going at it. It's a 11:35 morning go at it. We got Dollander up in the mound for Colorado. He's 3-2. Montgomery up 1-0. I like Pittsburgh right here against the Rockies. Nationals in Cincinnati. We got minus 155 on the Reds. Griffin up 4-1. Burns up 4-1 as well. I don't know who the hot guy is. In Detroit, the Detroit Tigers have taken it on the road against the Mets. It is the Mets minus 155. Marlins are in Minneapolis to take on the Twins. We got 2 first-time pitchers in this one. 2 guys that have not thrown a pitch in this Major League Baseball season. Some dude named Garrett taking some guy named Matthews for a thrilling 12:40 first pitch. Lots of day games today. If you're a baseball type, Padres from San Diego are in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. That's a 12:30 first pitch, minus 145 for the Brewers. Canning up for San Diego, Harrison up for Milwaukee. The Cardinals of St. Louis are somewhere in California playing the Sacramento Athletics. McGreevy up for St. Louis. Lopez up for the Athletics. He's 3-2. I like the Athletics today. Phillies in Boston to take on the Red Sox. Luzardo pitching for Philly. Suarez up for Boston. Rangers 2-2 with a 2.77 ERA, though the Phillies are minus 115 in the game. The Cubs, 4 straight losses following 10 straight wins, are in Atlanta to take on the Braves. Braves minus 170. Chris Sale up for Atlanta. You got to like them. Royals of Kansas City just take the little short train ride up to Chicago to take the White Sox. Bubich up for Kansas City. K up for the Kansas City. The Royals minus 135 in the 6:40 first tip. And finally, the Giants and the Dodgers on a West Coast battle going off late tonight. Roop up for San Francisco and Sheehan for the Dodgers. The Dodgers minus 175. PGA as we sit right now. We've got Sam Jager in the lead, minus 4. He's on the 10th. Some dude named Colley is tied for second with Xander Schauffele. Colley through 9, Xander Schauffele through 7. Both of them 3 under. We'll keep you up to date. It's going to be a busy weekend. We'll get you ready for all the Spurs action tomorrow. But today, join Joe Reinagel and the Blitz for a full and comforting Blitz. Hey, thank everybody for joining us. AJ will be back in the saddle again. We're going to pet Petey Big Balls and put him back in his cage. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman.